Are we live? Why can't I seem to find us live? No views 6 minutes ago. Okay. Well, we should be streaming. Hello. Give me a brief second here, putting a face to the voice that's been haunting your days and nights for a while. Bear with me. Okay, now we're finally live. Radu, big face reveal. Okay, well, hello. I don't know how I don't know how long I've been live. I don't know how long you've been watching me fumble around with my phone as I tried to get everything in order here. But ta-da! Here I am. Like I said, the face to match the voice that's been haunting your nightmares. Tonight we're going to be watching the Garrison tournament, the semifinals that happened earlier today, and yeah, hopefully some fun matches. First set's going to be between the Viper and Mr. Yo, and you'll see me kind of looking up and down. You're not going to see my face during the gameplay because I don't want to scare you too much. But in between the games, we'll kind of go back and you'll be able to see. So hopefully the camera quality is good. Jai Kumar, nice to see you. Rebecca, Supergen. It is the Isaac cam, the cam that scared 1,000 ships. All right, anyway, enough nonsense. Let's dive right into the game. Again, I don't know how long I've been live. It says I've been live for like 6 minutes, but kind of feels like more like a minute and a half or something. But in any event, excusez-moi, first time with the camera peering into my eyes. So let's just dive right in. So as I mentioned, we're watching the Garrison today, and we are watching the first of 2 sets. Well, we'll see how long this set lasts. I have no clue. Might be a little while, might be a long while. Yeah, Radu, I just moved in here a week ago, so the room is pretty darn empty. The face behind the nasty thumbnails. Let's call them mature joke thumbnails. Hey, jeez. Yeah, the big face reveal. But yeah, Garrison, if you're not familiar with this tournament, is, I believe, a LAN tournament, which means it is all in person in Deutschland. And all the players you are going to be watching today have flown over there and are trying to make a name for themselves by winning this tournament. And in set number 1, we're already at the semifinals. I apologize, I didn't have time with the move and all of that stuff to cast the earlier matches, but we're in the semifinals. So I believe the winners go into the finals. And let's take a look at who's playing. We've got the Viper playing as the Persians in yellow, and he is taking on in the first set Mr. Yo, in this case playing the Japanese in blue. And we are on Golden Lakes, like 4 lakes, but with a lot of gold and a big old center crater. We've got lake to the left, lake to the north, never eat shredded wheats. And yeah, kind of a gold rush. Sarlacc pit full of precious resources. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot nearby. Just a 3 patch of gold, maybe another 3 patch off to the left, and a bunch of stone. We'll see whether or not the Viper aggresses here. I mean, it would be probably too much to expect a town center drop in a tournament setting in game number 1, although game number 1 probably would be the time you would do it with the good old-fashioned 4800 HP Persian town center. You got the face cast before GTA? Yeah, seriously, Radu, I'm telling you, the room hasn't been fully optimized or set up just yet, but yeah. Well, in any event, it is me, it is my face. I'm glad everyone is here to join us. Currently 11 people, but hopefully more join, and hopefully more are not repelled by what they see in front of them. I also have been told that I am in dire need of a haircut, so don't let that Don't hold that against me, the Japanese here. So on the one hand, you got the Japanese who are notoriously fish related. On the other hand, you have the docks that also have double the HP, which on a map like this, we'll see whether or not Mr. Yo decides to contest the water. They also, I believe, function a little bit faster, 5, 10, 15, and 20% faster, pumping out those ships. So we'll see which of these OG civilizations with their OG fishing bonuses prevails here. 5 minutes into the game, both players are heading up to the next stage. TC idle time irrelevant. 19 villagers, 4 fishing ships, and a scout apiece. The Viper beginning to wall off. Let's take a look at where their resources are. Viper's gold in the front, extra resources to the back. Lots of stone on this map. What's the stone count here? Nah, the usual 8,400 gold is a lot, obviously. On a map with the word golden in it, if you expect the usual 28,000 gold, you are probably going to be disappointed. What is this tree? It's very pretty. Not just a random oak. Okay. Viper discovers where his opponent is, right as his opponent discovers where the Viper is. Both of them, in the next couple of seconds, are going to be in the Feudal Age. And one thing I should point out about the Garrison tournament is that it is a 9 villager start, which means lots and lots of action, which means why a few minutes into the game we're already in Feudal with 23, 25 villagers and fishing ships. So not exactly Feudal Age. What was the name of that tournament recently with the oh my goodness, with all the new maps, the Isthmus map and all that stuff, though. Oh, I can never remember these things. There was a tournament that basically started in Empire Wars mode, and now we're seeing basically 9 villager starts in Dark Age. So a little bit of a quicker uptime, I would say. Thank you so much. I wished for that as well. It's been a while since I've been back. I'm assuming they're always going to be held in Germany just because Nili is very heavily involved in organizing them, and he is amazingly connected to Microsoft there. And it has been a while since I have been in the land of beer and pretzels and techno raves. Who's kidding who? Oh, to be young again. Stormo, hello. I am doing well, thank you. Surprisingly well, given the face reveal earlier. For now, the Viper getting the berries to the back. Where are the berries for our Japanese? 6 fishing ships, 26, 25 villagers. Okay, well, they're playing pretty standard, pretty normal, not really aggressive openings just yet. Neither player really on the other side of the map, building up their economies, and hopefully that means we're settling in for some good old-fashioned action. We'll see what 9 villager starts end up meaning. Are the players just going to build massive economies every single game? Are we going to rush up to Castle Age? Although there's no real indication based on the resources. Even together, put their resources together, they're not able to go up to Castle Age. Or will they just double down in Feudal like it seems like they're doing now? Viper has fully walled in the eastern portion, the western portion, not quite the forward portion of his base. Mr. Yo going for a bit of a, I don't know what to call this, a gummy gumdrop shape here. Where's the Viper carving off a big chunk of the map? He does not want any Japanese intervention in his fishing fleet. And Mr. Yo, for his part, is very open to Persian intervention in the northern shores. Now players circling each other. I would love to see a kill here. Maybe not of a tiger, maybe of an actual unit. And if you've seen this already, these games were played earlier today. Please do not spoil it for the rest of us. Ooh, this looks like it's walled in. This looks like the two structures, the gate and the stable, are adjacent to one another. I would highly recommend that the Viper drag a palisade wall here, because the last thing you want is for this elevation, this hill, this downward slope to screw you. And all of a sudden you don't really see that you've got an opening there, and the Japanese shoving their cavalry archers. There we go. Skirmishers finally catch up to an archer or two. Or two. Or two. ... There we go. How many players have gold patches near their base? I don't think anybody really has gold near their base. They both have one patch of 3. Here on the left side is the Japanese. Here on the Northern side is the Persian, who continues to chase. Maybe get a third archer? Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo. See, this would have been a good time for these scouts to have moved around. I think the Viper thought Mr. Yo was going north instead of west. And Mr. Yo, ooh, but now Mr. Yo's turning around straight into skirmisher fire. And these are all units that take bonus damage from skirmishers, spearman line units, archer units, and the Viper all of a sudden 5 kills. Okay, 2 HP. Let's call it 6 kills because I don't know what the hell this unit's going to really do. Watch this unit take down like 5. No. Not like this. Not like this. The Viper is positioning his army forward. The Tiger is catching up. Just one maul, one swipe of the paws. And that's it. Well, okay. Well, the Viper got 6 kills. Didn't get a 7th. That goes to the Tiger. Skirmishers. And there we go. Mr. Yo hits castle first. The Viper still 2 minutes away and doing a good job putting on the aggression here. Our Japanese is going cav, archers, knights, mounted units of various assortment. Does the Viper still have... he has 3 archers. Those cav archers for the Japanese now come with a small attack bonus against them. Not skirmishers, but archers only. And we'll see whether this is enough to shoot the Viper's army away. I'm a little bit surprised that it is, since the skirmishers do come with 2 bonuses against the cav archers. Awful play. Hello, hello. Oh, the boar balls. How long ago was that? That was like a year ago. The knights come out. That should be enough to shoo this army away. What's the HP on the Viper's army? To be fair, with bloodlines, he might be able to take a good fight here and get a knight. The question is, does our Persian want to go into light cav? Because it is Persian knight line units that get an attack bonus against archers, not their light cav. And if you're going to start contesting, I mean, look at this. Look at this merged unit. You got half of a cav archer, half of a knight. And isn't this a cool display of the speed differences? The knight's a little bit slower, so he's getting further and further behind. Even though they look like they've merged into a human centipede of units here. A horse centipede. Ooh, the Viper, very risky dock here on the left side. Completely unguarded, undefended. Has our Japanese seen it? Oh, he is not. Oh, it looks like the Viper did kill another unit here or two. Oh, actually, no, sorry, this was his 6th kill. A spearman all the way over here. And now he catches up. Cav archer gets surrounded. Oh no, numbers. Still means something in this game. And Mr. Yo just doesn't have the army count. He's half the army size of his opponent. Sees the flag up, doesn't know what it is. Okay, we're definitely going melee cavalry for our Persian with husbandry. Or I say that immediately he gets leather archer armor. Although to be fair, he does have 11 ranged units that would benefit from that upgrade. Although 11 ranged units from the feudal age, gill nets for him, bodkin and gold mining for our Japanese, whose mining camps are all 50% off. Remember, buy one get one free. Oh, Jai Kumar, I'm looking for the next set. I'm looking for the 100 to 200 Elo game of the State of the Empire. The first one I found really quickly, actually, the 0 to 100. And it's taking me a little bit longer with the move and the baby and everything to find the next. But it's there. It's on the list. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it too. Everyone was telling me, oh, at 0 to 100 Elo, you're not really going to get anything. It's going to be a bunch of people AFK and whatever. But the one game I found, yeah, we saw war elephants. How bad could that be? Yeah, I'm glad people enjoyed them. I'm glad about that. Did the Viper catch wind of this aggressive TC? No, he did not. Even though his light cavalry... Oh, they're skirting around the edge of the vision. Oh, they're skirting around it. The Viper is making no attempt to take control of the center. For now, he's flanking his opponent with fishing to the right, fishing to the left, fishing to the bottom. And Mr. Yo will see how much he actually cares. He's got 3 docks. That's a good amount of fishing traps if he wanted them. Baby cast my... If I put my baby to play Age of Empires, my 2-year-old, all he'll do is slam his hands on the keyboard. My Elo, I hope, is above 100. I'm going to start playing next week, by the way. Next Friday, I'm hoping to. Unless there's any other kind of tournament that I'm not considering. But I am planning on starting to join in on the community games. We're gonna have a I don't know if to call it a tournament or not, but get the hell out of my base, says the Persian who closes the gap. Oh, wait a second. No, lets his army out first. Well, that's a little bit of a different move. You were gonna close it, now all of a sudden you delete another palisade. Monks being very careful not to expose themselves to 8 cavalry archers. Not exactly Bengali or Aztec monks here with extra padding. Has the Viper now seen? No, still hasn't seen. He'll see the siege workshop though, unless blue pushes him off. He sees the villager. Well, the villagers are having a bit of a smoke break. Hey, I'm gonna play with you on Discord. You want me to cast my own games? That's like a conflict of interest. The knight. Is he gonna become Persian? No, he becomes dead. One of the 2 villagers, one more volley, and down she goes. Okay, well, the Viper's defended against this siege workshop. And now he's definitely, with the skirmisher line of sight, gonna see the TC, yep. So 3 TCs for blue, 3 TCs for yellow. Mr. Yo is housed at 115. Not bad, he's already ahead about 7 units over his opponent. Economy a little bit bigger, about 10-15%. Nothing too crazy. The problem for our Persian is that if you want to get the Persian army to max power capacity, you need to be taking this gold. The Japanese are not exactly a gold-heavy civilization with their tower rushes and their much more effective and efficient trebuchets. You don't need 10 trebs as the Japanese. 4 or 5 fire as well as 10 of the generic ones do. They're not exactly a gold-heavy civ, unless I'm missing something. Whereas the Persians with the Savars and the elephants, they definitely are a gold-heavy civilization. Ooh, okay. Well, yeah. Mr. Yo plants his flag. It says, "Here be Japanese territory. The rising sun will rise over all this." Are you seriously trying to build a palisade gate against cavalry archers? There's your muscle memory just clicking in the second you're attacked. This is how many games these players have played, that he's trying to wall himself in against ranged units. Knights wreaking havoc, but 2 of them get converted. But in exchange for a couple of monks and a scorpion, not too sure who got the better end of the trades there. The Viper still continuing. Okay, bringing home a relic. It's 1-0 at the moment. Definitely not going to go after this relic as the Viper. Double wall off, actually triple wall off. There's palisades here in front as well. TC also. The Viper is getting kind of pressed into a corner. Daniel, hello. That was an absolute skirmisher slaughter, but it did give our players time to go up to Imperial. And now let's see what's what here, as Mr. Yo finally moves to the east. He unfortunately missed the dock to the west. Will he be able to see the dock in the east? That is the question, as he comes with another castle in the forward position. Radu, I hope you feel better. For now, this is what I was wondering would happen, right? Because you start with 9 villagers and you get up to Imperial age so relatively quickly. This is what's going to happen every game. We're going to get to see a few scraps here and there. Another conversion from the Viper. But mostly just the, hey, let's get up to Imperial and go crazy, bonkers, heavy, powerful units. Because, I mean, I'm here for that. That's not bad at all. On the other hand, Feudal, Castle Aggression, also fun. More and more knights are being trained for our Persian. He is definitely going Savar. If only he had the resources for it. Well, he might want to go Savar, light cavalry for our Japanese. That's funny. Lemmy. All right, here we go. Cavalry armor upgrades for the Viper. Thumb ring. Economic upgrades and light cavalry still on the menu for our Japanese. Viper's got to be careful. He's seen the castle. Not too sure why he pressed into there. What's behind here? Barracks. We are going those 33% faster attacking infantry units for the Japanese, who is pumping out 2 trebs at a time. The Viper is just stuck. He is stuck. To be fair, he can expand this way, but there's no gold that way. Except this one patch here on the left, this 3-patch V shape. Lemmy, did you catch the beginning of the stream? Or are you just joining now? Because there's a very Halloweenish face reveal happening. Oh, the 2 relics are also right here. Is that what he's going for? No, he's going after... This is where pro players make me laugh. Like, why is Mr. Yo attacking the archery range? Why are you attacking the archery range? Are you trying to stop skirmisher production? You have all these knights and a mangonel. He's not going to attack your skirmishers. But the Viper may not be attacking with skirmishers, but he is moving forward with cavalry. Defensive castle forced out of his opponent. Not bad at all. Halberdiers are on the way for our Japanese. Oh, it'll be also, let me have in between games, you'll also see my my face, whether you want to or not. See, I thought he would be targeting the relics first, but there you go. I guess the house and the farms are much more important targets, as is this Persian castle. Okay, bombards for our Persian. Both players sitting at 132, 134 economy, 35 to 50 military. Our Japanese still... Okay, now he sees with the line of all things, the line of sight on the mining camp is what reveals the fishing industry there. Another tower to the north, another castle, pardon me, to the north. The Viper could technically go Cavaliers if he wanted to. But Parthian tactics, conscription. Our Japanese is at 200 population to the Viper's 170, and now he's housed because he just lost his castle, and samurai are on the way. We're not even seeing elephants, and they are on the freaking way. And this is what happens when you take on Japanese infantry protected by Japanese cav archers. The attack speed just ridiculous on these units. And the Viper wins? Question mark? A very Pyrrhic victory. There's the Cavalier upgrade. Most certainly does not have enough for the Savar upgrade. He's chasing Trebs. Chasing Trebs right into a body of Halberdiers. They are not... They don't even have forging. Oh no! The Viper is missing crucial melee attack upgrades. He is armored to the nines. And now his bomber cannons are getting picked off, sniped one at a time. One Cavalier tries to distract, but fails miserably. Okay, trash on trash leaves the whole world blind. Maybe the Cavaliers can focus on the Cav archers while you do that. The south of the base has been penetrated. We've got 2 more relics that are at risk. Viper's villagers doing a loop-de-loop. They don't know what the hell to do right now. The Viper with 25 army count, 19 of which is skirmishers. But that's all she wrote. Wow. Mr. Yo in a very fun fashion. I mean, if all the games are going to be like this, first of all, not the longest game, 35 minutes, but look at the size of the armies. Look at the map expansion. This is what a 9 villager start will give you in 35 minutes. Skirmishers, trash versus cav archers, trash. Knights and Cavaliers. Who's kidding who for the most part? These were Knights. Halfway peak APM for the Viper. Yeah, that was just, I mean, from the beginning, he was just pressed into a corner by our Japanese. 7,000 more resources for Mr. Yo, who, aside from cheaper industrial buildings like lumber camps and mining camps, doesn't really have an economic bonus outside of the water. 3 conversions, 18 raisings to 1. Did anyone get triple-digit kills? No, not quite there yet. Wow. Well, that was game number 1 going to Mr. Yo here. And like I said, it's really the Persian who needs this center area, not really our not really the Japanese, but who ends the game with 37 villagers on goal. But whatever, it is fun for all of us. The Viper did not get punished for his food industry, his fishing industry. Fishing traps not exactly very well placed, but probably microing 1,000 things at once. Yeah, the economy is just crazy. And yeah, I agree 100%. Getting the center with that castle, even though it went down, did allow him to place this castle. He penetrated through this less defended side. I mean, there were a bunch of houses in a town center here, as opposed to going through these thicker structures. And then the Viper just taking that absolute terrible fight where he lost all of his cavalry except for a knight. In any event, that was game number 1. Let's move on to game number 2. And voila. The Oz curtain has been peeled back. And yours truly, I think I'm looking at my phone to make sure. Yeah, there we go. So bear with me as I load the next game. Yeah, that was I think this is the first live stream I'm doing with a webcam. So I don't know where I look. The most important thing for me is just don't pick your nose on camera. Just kidding. All right. Game number 2 is loaded. We are cocked and ready to go. I have a bloody face. Awful play. In fact, funny story. I did have not a pizza stain, but a tomato stain from spaghetti night. So I changed from my Coca-Cola shirt into my Dunder Mifflin shirt. Well, game number 2. We find ourselves on Enclosed. Also an incredibly fun map. Players start in a little bit of a pocket inside this big old pizza pocket. The Viper's playing, pardon me, as the Chinese in yellow. And Mysterio back to playing in blue as the Portuguese. Okay. Well, we got ourselves a Boxer rebellion situation on our hands. And again, we're on Enclosed where everyone starts in a little bit of a pocket. Main resources are found outside. 9 villagers start. Except, of course, for the Chinese with the 12 villagers start because they spawn every game with 3 extra vills. You always pick your... Gameplay will be had. Don't expect too much of gameplay. My old hands are not as fast as they used to be. I wonder if there's some kind of pill or something that people can take. For like fingers. Collagen or something. At any event, Chinese, Portuguese. One pays less for their units gold-wise. One pays less for their technologies. One is about to get carved up into 5 different civilizations, if you know what I mean. And the other, well, the other generates wood while they pick their berries. So make of that what you will. As always on Enclosed, there is a short route between the players. There is a longer route between the players. And all the resources are along the edge of the map. Nothing really inside your little pocket, but a bunch of food, which, to be fair, it's worth its weight in platinum in the beginning of the game. But as the game progresses, you do have to venture out, risk more as you gather gold, stone, food, and not really wood, because wood you keep building towards. Let's see how thick the juicy the forest is between the players. Okay, well, what is it? What do you think that is? 20, 25 tiles between the 2 players? So a good amount of time before they reach one another. Oh, Ozzy, man. I thought you were talking about Ozzy Osbourne. Like, of Crazy Train and just plain crazy fame. Ozzy, man. Oh, I wish I was like Ozzy, man. That guy's channel is a huge channel. Awesome channel. He's my bloody face. Although that's more British than Australian. I have a hard time doing an Australian Aussie accent. Aussie. That's not a knife. This is a knife. That's the only thing I can do from Crocodile Dundee. The Viper has not explored anything outside of his initial pocket. Not that you really need to on a map like this. This is more like Arena, where you kind of have a general idea where your player is. Can't wait to see some organ guns before they get nerfed. What are they doing to organ guns? I have not read. I think I made the point in one of my earlier videos that until they release the final notes, I generally just skim the leaks, just because they always have this fine print at the bottom from their lawyer that says these are not the final changes. They may change. And so I've learned not to rely on these notes, but to just wait until it actually is released. But what are they doing to organ guns? Pray tell. Monsieur keeping an eye on his opponent. I'm wondering if any of these maps for this tournament spawn with neutral marketplaces. They're reducing their hit points. Well, you know who you have to thank for any kind of organ gun nerf? You have Red Phosphorus to thank. So write to your local congressman, go on Twitch whenever he's streaming, and rail into him, because he is the one who made organ guns basically invincible with that ridiculous fast castle play. The Viper has now discovered where his opponent is, having gone the long route. Spearman stops and then continues along his merry way. Spearman and a villager with loom should be enough to shoo this guy away. Back home, 24 to 23 villagers, army counts. Both players have archers, both players have spearmen, and both players have scouts. So we are mirroring one another. Hey, cat. You missed the face reveal at the beginning of the video and in between game number 1 and 2. Although you're on Discord, so you saw the face earlier. But now I have a webcam. Now it's like a permanent staple, whether you want it or not. Like some new menu item that's been introduced that nobody asked for. I'm looking at you, Subway, with your weird choices now. How's it going, cat? Are you at work? Still no kills, 10 minutes in. Who will aggress against who? Right? Isn't their menu like real crappy right now? They just decided to introduce a whole bunch of Subway sandwiches that nobody wants. I'm glad I'm not alone. Ooh, Civ 7, the new one? How is that? 30 to 29 villagers of the Viper. Is ahead 1 vil. 39 seconds TC idle time. To be expected, he's already starting to wall off. So far away from his base, and what the hell? He is walking straight into a bunch of archers. It's not like he didn't see these archers before. I guess he was confident he could get rid of them, but Mr. Yo gets the first kill of the game, draws first blood. Villager, very, very cocky. Okay, maybe the Viper just went like this and right-clicked on that archer unit. I don't know that necessarily that one villager should have been joining. 3 kills to 2. Mr. Yo's losing gold units. Gator gotta eat. Let's say if there's no tournaments next week, then Friday. I don't know if I'll be able to stream during the week. If I can, then for sure during the week. But as long as there's no tournaments, because I really do want to start casting more tournaments. And if I can do that, I will. And then, but I know you guys have been setting up some games on oh my goodness, Discord. Hey, Kaz, I bet you would like my banana split right now. Ooh, depends what you're talking about. You're talking about the dessert? You'll clear your schedules? You don't have to clear your schedules. I'll find a time that works for everybody. A banana split is a dessert. You want a shawarma right now. That is very different than a banana split. Okay, Monsieur getting shoot away to the rear of the Viper's base. The Viper's here. Oh, one more poke. One more poke to this unit with no melee armor. And down it goes. In case you were wondering how many units are stuck into this one little tile, it is in fact 3 making their way back home. So the Viper's running away with one band of archers, exploring with a very injured scout, shooing away Mr. Yo. Still maintaining his 1 villager lead, even though he's got over a minute of TC idle time. And he's going up to the castle age. Unfortunately, he is going up to the castle age about 25 seconds behind his opponent. Nothing's. I know. My personality is such that my mind went immediately to a dessert. You almost got butter. Shawarma said a butter chicken. Ooh, that's a tough choice. I'm not a fan of blueberry on desserts. He says, as he's supposed to be casting a tournament. So Mr. Yo's exploring the rear. If you can't really do too much, I guess get some map vision, get your score up. Viper is doing the same thing as we saw a second ago, walling in the southern perimeter, but Mr. Yo's already walled in pretty much. Yeah, look at that. He dragged the palisade. Blueberries are part of Nova Scotian culture? I thought potatoes were part of Nova Scotia culture. Am I thinking PEI? Ooh, the Viper shoves in a little bit too early. Still 20 seconds away from crossbowman and sacrifices 2 of his archers for not a whole lot here. What do you think the Viper is going to do here? Cav archer? Let's see. He's got 10 archers. He's going up to crossbowman. He's adding in skirmishers. It's hard to see unless he already has his. Does he have a stable? No, he doesn't have a stable. I can't imagine he's going to drop wood on a stable right now. I think he's going to keep going with the foot archers. And the stable, I'm just saying, just because with bloodlines and husbandry, on a map like this, where it takes a while to get to your opponent's base, you need to have husbandry. You can't go slow-moving cav archers, but I'm happy to be proven wrong. Now, though, he is going foot archers. Mr. Yo with a third town center to the back. Sorry. Armies are converging. Okay. High ground tiger. Mr. Yo is so traumatized by what already happened last game. Both players have little bands of units, or used to have little bands of units. Mr. Yo's conglomerated his into a big old ball right now of 16 Bodkin-filled crossbowmen. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I did see a university going up for him, so ballistics should be on the menu too. Just needs a bit more resources to get it. And, oh, look at that. I think he accidentally clicked the farm, although to be fair, that's 60 wood down the toilet. And I think my YouTube froze as always. Monsieur trying to bust his way into here. What is the Viper doing on the other side of the map? Killing individual straggler units. Okay, not bad, not bad. Now, not the house, but the palisade behind the house. Monsieur's been pushed back. Maybe he wants to micro better at home. In the meantime, now he's picking off straggler units. We'll see if the Viper can even get one kill. He is a very weak crossbowman here. Okay, there are 2 weak crossbowmen who are now not weak, but dead. And he got pressed off his main goal here as well. So the Viper has a band of units to the north. He's got a band of units in the center of Mysterio's base. Mysterio also is doing the exact same thing. So both of them are going foot archers. And we'll see what prevails here. Will it be the cheaper gold cost of the Portuguese, or will it be the cheaper technology costs of the Chinese? I suspect if the game gets drawn out and the longer it runs, probably the Portuguese gold discount is going to be a lot more valuable here than the Chinese tech discount. But uh-oh, Mr. Yo, he got sandwiched between a skirmisher and a hard place. Now he has to run the hell away. The Viper already has ballistics, just like Mr. Yo does. And these skirmishers, 9-6 movement speed. Your 9-6 movement speed means they will catch you. Oh, at the same time, the Viper has to be so careful. Mangonel down to 2/3 of its HP. Getting repaired. Where is the Siege Workshop? Will he pump out another one? Oh, catches the clip end of two. Two, maybe three? Well, now it's the Viper's turn to lose his army on this side of the map. And it looks like, to be fair, Mr. Yo lost his entire army on this side of the map. So, well, there we go. The aggression working to the Viper's favor. 35 kills to 27. 5 villager kills to 4. So he is doing a lot better on this side of the map, though he is expanding with a 4th town center. Those Chinese town centers, by the way, with their extra line of sight. Oh my god, what is it? +6, +7? I mean, when this thing goes up, I guess we could look at this. Look at this line of sight on a Chinese town center. I mean, this is ridiculous. Incredibly ridiculous. Martin, hello, hello. Oh, the random no hunt thing. I remember reading about that as well. Shane Burrito. Just as we're talking about food. What games are you casting with the Garrison? Tonight I'm going to be casting the Viper versus Mr. Yo. And if we have time, depending on how long these games go, it will be Hera versus Liri. If you know how they go, please no spoilers, anybody. Probably got the final with T90, saving the best for last. Have the finals been played? I don't think the finals have been played yet, have they? Why is this tournament starting in Dark Age? Red Bull started in Feudal Age. That's exactly the point I was making right at the beginning of the game, Mike. Or at the beginning of the live stream. Is that unlike the 9 villagers start earlier, this one actually does, it's weird, but not a bad weird. Kind of a good weird, you know? Like a funny little tickle weird. Like, where's this gonna go kind of weird. I don't mind seeing a 9 villager Dark Age start. You like Hera, but you're holding out for him to lose a tournament. Yeah, I get that. I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot. I love Hera, but he's got to lose it sometime. We'll see. Whatever happens, happens, as this Scorpion F's around and finds out. But if Hera will lose, he'll lose to a better player, and we'll see. Whether that's somebody from the existing pool of players or an up-and-coming player. There's a lot of young players joining this scene who in 2 or 3 years might give Hera a run for his money, because Hera's not going to be in his 20s forever. And somebody else will be in their 20s. But we'll see. Age is one thing. I don't think I've ever seen anyone play this game with the technical skills that Hera has. And not only technical skills, but the game sense. Almost like a mathematical formula. If my opponent does this, I do this. But it's instantaneously like a supercomputer. An AoE supercomputer inside his head. And if you're new here, if you're joining the live cast for the first time, hit that like button. Consider subscribing if you like what you hear and see. You just got to climb that ladder. That's all it is. That literally is all it is. And to be fair, there are Gookie, I think, is like what, 15 years old, 16 years old. I mean, we'll see in the next 3, 4, 5 years if she continues to play. We'll see what Elos she gets to. To 80 farms. Hera had 80 farms. I'm assuming he had a bunch of hussars there as well. Hera lost his luggage at the airport, really? Oh god. Oh, that's not good. That's the worst thing you wanted to happen. Did he have his equipment? I hope he was he planned enough ahead to take his equipment with him, like his keyboard and his mouse, onto the plane, so that it wouldn't be in checked luggage. Good kiting by the Viper leaves Mr. Yo with basically one, not even one knight. I mean, a villager could take this knight on. And forget about villagers. We are seeing camels chasing. Camels with no husbandry, even though he's gone up to how many? 3 stables. But do they need husbandry? Is it 149 actually, or 135? Oh my goodness, I'm trying to click on one freaking knight. No, he does need husbandry or he's not going to catch up, but the crossbowman will. Bye, Portuguese knights. It was nice to know you. The south of the map, completely dead. Hushed tumbleweeds floating around. In the north, here we are. We wanted to see organ guns before they got nerfed. We are about to. Yeah, Kat, there's a lot of new girls and women entering, I think mostly from Latin America, if I'm not mistaken. Villagers starting to fall. The Viper has just too many bodies, too much, period. Another castle going up. Age of Queens is a fun tournament, but it mostly ends up being like Gabby or Gookie, I think, that win it. I remember when I was just starting out the channel 2 years ago and I wanted to cast tournaments, I came across Age of Queens, but then for some reason I couldn't find the games. I don't know why. Both players are in Imperial, a big old treb ball, but not on fire means no chemistry for our Chinese player. Let's see what okay, so no, he is going Arbalester. Okay, I don't know why I clicked that. I could have just looked on the left side of the map. So we are sticking to foot archers as the Chinese. Light cavalry for the Portuguese, so this is about as good as it gets for them. No hussars for you, say the developers of this game, as they close in on this army with their pierce armor. What is it at? +1 right now, so should be 3 pierce armor. Should be pretty good against. Oh, but now we got Arbalesters. The Viper reveals. Is he gonna be able to take out? Is he gonna be able to win this? Wow. Holy moly, I did not expect the Viper to take that. I mean, he's got 2 basically dead units, but he took that fight. Holy moly, he took it well. Cat, why don't you try? I'm sure they're, from what I remember when I was looking into the tournament, it's basically all Elo levels. Although, again, I suspect mostly Gabby and Gookie winning it, and the Viper is just walking around the Portuguese settlement, absolutely destroying villagers. 30 kills, 21 of them villagers. Camel rushes into an organ gun. Camel dies to the organ gun. But this army is so squishy. Look at it. Look at the HP on this army. Yikes. A couple of good volleys from the organ guns and this whole army melts. Oh, excuse me. I don't know why the mouse did that. And wow, the Viper. I mean, they died heroes. Who's kidding who? How many villagers did these Arbalesters get? Unlike these noobs with their 7 kills attacking a mining camp. Looks like one of the Portuguese castles is down. And here we go again. Rinse, repeat. We're seeing a cavalry switch. John Connor, hello, whoa. Well, I guess I mean, Mr. Yo is still in triple-digit villagers. He's exposed here to the army that surprisingly won that engagement. Okay, but now he's got nothing in the center here. He may have been triple-digit villagers, but he's got no army anymore. Really? Okay, an interesting GG here. Well, there's that cavalry switch that Gator was talking about. He must have seen the mass cavalier. He must have seen this group of Arbalesters. Yeah, Mr. Yo just got out-teched. He's got 1 unit from the Imperial Age. Unfortunately, it's the one unit from the Imperial Age that needs the most protection. It needs the Kevin Costner bodyguard. Although he does have elite organ guns. Okay, that's fine. Never mind. This is an additional Imperial Age, but you're not going to survive against this. You'll kill out of these 12, you'll kill 2 Cavaliers. And then the rest will close in on you and absolutely demolish you. You'll kill 3, 4 maybe, and they'll absolutely wreck you. So Mr. Yo will lose this immediately. Whether or not the Viper chases in is another question, but with 4 Trebs, why the hell wouldn't he? And he's about to gut the economy as well. So, okay, Mr. Yo taps out, gives the Viper his first notch on the belt, 84 Arbalesters, Skirmishers, and Funny that those Cavaliers are basically the only ones he built. Just these dozen Cavaliers. Crossbowmen, organ guns, and knights. Now, to be fair, the Portuguese could have competed with foot archers. He does have all of the upgrades, including thumb ring, that he needs to compete. And remember, his units are 20% cheaper gold cost, so they cost 9 gold less. So I wonder why Mr. Yo didn't just decide to compete quantity versus quality. I don't think the Chinese get anything particularly unique when it comes to text for their Arbalester, unless I'm mistaken, right? Rocketry doesn't affect that. Yeah, I don't think that particularly they have anything special here. The problem is he's already an Arbalester, he already has thumb ring, but he's missing chemistry, whereas chemistry already gotten. So he could have if he wanted to. He did have the resources to tech up. And yeah, that Chinese tech switch, man, in the blink of an eye with that discount, they just absolutely... Oh yeah, you think I'm going camels? Bam! 12 Cavaliers. Let's see the economies. Okay, not too big of a difference in economy, especially if you remove the relic gold, less than 10% apart. No conversions, 7 raisings. Yeah, this wasn't one of those games. This wasn't one of those games of conversions or huge numbers of kills. This was basically, all right, you got me. You got me this time kind of game. You know, you still have an army. You still have the semblance of an economy, but you got me. Your Arbalesters are about to kill 30 more villagers. You got me. My organ guns are about to get overrun. And then I'm going to lose. So Mr. Yo sees the future a little bit bright, clear. Unfortunately, it's not too bright for him. And so taps out. The Viper takes the W, evens up the series. And now let's return to the face of the voice. I don't know. Need to come up with some kind of catchphrase for the switch back into... I still don't know whether I should be looking at the camera or not as I plop down the next set of games. I believe I have casted a U-Pudding game. I don't remember when it was, but I'm always on the lookout for a U-Pudding game. The problem is either the games are too short or not exactly the kinds of games that I cast, but I'm always open to it. Quite the handsome fella. Well, there you go. Avert your eyes. It's like the end of which Indiana Jones was it? Was it Indiana Jones and the Ark? At the end when they open the Ark and him and his what was she at the time? Just his girlfriend, I guess, at the time, not his wife. Avert their eyes, and then all the Nazis, like, they all die and they melt and stuff. Avert your eyes. All right. Well, many streamers either look directly at the camera like I'm doing, or they set up the camera at an angle from your side like T90 does. Yeah, I think I might have to buy like a tripod or something, although the angle doesn't seem too bad. I think like half my head is cut off, which makes my forehead look like it's like I'm Dan Aykroyd from the Coneheads. But aside from that, here I am, and let us dive into game number 3. It is the Ark of the Covenant, right? Yeah, that was the one. Martin, yeah, put a face to the voice. Yeah, Radu with the Crusader helmet on your head. Ooh, we're on a fun map right now, Mr. Yo. I guess decided to play in red in this game. Okay. Regardless, playing as the Poles, taking on the Viper, playing as the Teutons. And look at how close they are because we're on Chaos Pit. Not a map you see very frequently. because you have to escape the hell out of here by busting your way through 3 layers of trees, in this case, autumnal trees. The Viper's already to the back. Mysterio's just beginning to explore the back with those extra villagers, and as the pole has already plopped down his fulwark. In the meantime, if you don't bust out, which is where the majority of the gold, the relics, and the resources are, then you are stuck in the arena pit. And this is really like an arena pit. Look at the rush distance between the 2 players. One of the big weaknesses of the Teutons is their lack of husbandry. But the extra melee armor might work wonders against the civ like the Poles, who themselves are missing the last armor upgrade on their Schlachter Cavaliers. That being said, the Poles also have some pretty darn good foot archers. Aside from the last armor upgrade, they have all of the upgrades they need for their cav archers and their arbalesters, which are both the bane of the Teuton slow cavalry units. Not too sure what the point of the pagodas is. But yeah, we're on Chaos Pit. What's the resources? A lot of stone, a lot of gold. Not a lot of food, not a lot of wood. Okay. Monsieur also now is to the rear of his base, trying to chop through to get to the relics, the gold, etc. And there's a relic right in the dead center here. Seems like a bad map for Poles. To be fair, the lack of gold in the center, because there is no gold in the center, might actually be good for the Poles if he can somehow get himself to Schlachter. Paying 30 gold for your knights and cavaliers when there's no gold on the map is not bad at all. That being said, you still need some gold. Now that you spent half your bankroll on Loom. Both players heading up to the next stage basically at the exact same time. No gold inside, no. Inside you've got a relic, the pagodas, a few little bits of forest, a little bit of stone. Probably to tower rush your opponents and to try to lame their lumberjacking, but all the gold is outside. And there's a lot of gold, 44,000. Pretty darn huge. Abdullah, hello, hello. Nice to catch you. Thanks for coming online so late. If enemy bases are close, Teutonic cavalry has the advantage. That's what I think too. But we'll see. This is literally quantity versus quality if Mysterio decides to go Schlachter privileges. For now, he's just walling in his base. How close are the players? This is where villager allocation and clicking becomes very important. The Viper's got 3 on this one tree, 2 on this one, and then the others are doing who knows what. Mr. Yo has 3 on this one, 2 on this one, and the outside villagers are also doing whatever they want. So both of the players have 3 villas on one tree, which is pretty much as good as it gets. Oh, it's 2 a.m. for you too. All right, that's right, right. I forgot it's late for you too. World War, yeah, the beginning of World War II. Scrappy's a lurker. So what maps do you guys usually play on in the off of the Discord? Is it just usually Rage Forest? Another full work to the rear going up for our poll. 21 villagers a pop, 2 army count, identical army count. Villager preemptively walling herself in, keeping her away from this one pole scout. Mysterio still 2 trees away. I feel like the Viper should be 1 tree. Yeah, so the Viper with the earlier lumber camp to the rear should be able to get into the gold a lot faster. And we'll see if he pumps out those Teutonic barracks and stable units with more melee armor. Arena and Rage Force usually. Lots of Arabia random arena. Okay. Arena is most common. Radu, you rage quit. Arena is a fun map. I like Arena. Monsieur trying to lure this one spearman. How does he have so little damage? Monsieur Spearman has a lot more damage than the Vipers. I see the smack talk has already begun. Umichi is fun too, if you like to a little bit of delayed gratification. For now, 3 villagers on stone for our poll. Remember, they do generate a little bit of gold, and it's actually not a little bit. I believe it's 3 to 1. 3 stone gets you 1 gold. So look at that: 61, 62, 63, 64, and the number just keeps climbing, and now it's going to climb even faster with a 4th villager. I completely forgot about that poll feature of the stone miners generating gold. So they don't necessarily need to rush to the outer edge of the map. Maybe that's why Mysterio was a little bit slower on the uptake, and he is very close, still about 86 foot away. The Viper has busted in, going after the gold and sending scouts. This is why they gave you stone in the beginning of the game, so you can tower defend, tower attack. Abdullah, I'm gonna try to play with you guys next Friday. Gold just hit 3,000 an ounce. Oh man. In 2009, after the market crash, I was playing gold like a fiddle. There was a index fund designed to trade double the amount of gold upswings and double the amount of gold downswings. It was a Horizons beta fund, and it was again designed, if gold went up it didn't go up 10%. If gold went up 2%, the stock would go up 4%, and vice versa. The short version of the stock would go down 4%. And I played gold up and down in the 12 to 1400 range over and over and over again, and it was a lot of fun. But I have not touched gold or gold stocks in a long time. The Viper sees where his opponent is, has parked himself here, hoping to catch a villager or two. Mysterio unfortunately stuck inside. He's managed to get his one scout, his one and only scout, who is going to run into the one and only spearman, who still has, as we saw, a good amount of HP. Now, to be fair, Mysterio does have a bunch of spearmen that he can use. Yeah, and he's already moving them to the position to try to bust out of this contain here. You always imagine me with a mustache? Somebody, when I posted the pictures on Discord, somebody posted that they thought I sounded like I had a neck beard, which I don't know to be insulted or not by that. Gotta invest all the gold. It's absolutely, definitely still kind of, maybe, possibly, but kind of not, still in Fort Knox. We'll find out when Elon Musk Tesla's his way over there, I guess. When I buy gold. Yeah, exactly. Do the exact opposite of what I do when it comes to the stock market. 0 kills apiece. This red scout hanging out with the yellow ones for a little bit. TC outside for Mysterio. He's gotten tired of waiting to be permitted outside. Will the Viper discover this? Let's see. Oh, he's so close. He's so close. Just go to the right a little bit more. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. No, don't stop. Keep going. Sorry to me if this sounds incredibly sexual. Keep going. Don't stop. Oh, that is so sour for the Viper. Literally a few tiles away from discovering. But Mysterio forgot to wall up. That's okay, though. The Viper's units are on no attack stance, apparently, as he now loses 2 of them. A spearman at home and a scout abroad. Vision of both players. Let's take a look. What does the Viper see? Yeah, he is abusing the Teuton rush distance with no husbandry to start shoving in more and more knights. His opponent hasn't really seen too much, being pressed back home. Yes, Supergen, thank you so much for reminding me. If you're watching the stream first time, not first time, please do hit that like button. And if you're new here, do definitely consider subscribing. and joining us on more and more of these fun maps. Daniel, this is a very interesting map. I think it probably goes to the benefit of the Teuton, given the short rush distance, but we'll see Mr. Yo with a second TC, and it's on gold. The Viper just now getting his up. Did he steal the idea from Mr. Yo? No, he still hasn't seen it. The Viper, by the way, has killed 5 villagers. You think the mustache probably because T90 has one? It's true. It's true. Who else? Does anyone else have a mustache? Memba doesn't have a mustache. T West doesn't have a mustache. Ormley doesn't have a mustache. I think Dave just doesn't shave half the time. Oh, Gator. Thank you so much for the super chat. $20. Thanks for being you. Oh, I appreciate that. Giggity giggity. Gator, thank you so much. Sorry, I got lost in the super chat. I forgot to focus on the game here. As our Teuton starts ramping up the aggression. Yeah, wow, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I'm glad people enjoy the tournament coverage. No, I'm probably far away from being the next S tier caster, but I don't know, never say never. And here we go. We've got the castle for our pole. Very aggressive castle position. No Schlachter just yet. It is not an expensive resource for what you get out of it. Not an expensive upgrade, pardon me, for what you get out of it. Daniel, I do cast on Twitch, but I recently moved to a new house. Huh? Look at this. Mr. Yo is gonna kind of trap the Viper inside the back of his base. I just moved to a new apartment. I'm figuring out all the technology. It took me like 3 days just to figure out how to work the webcam, because that's just how much of a Luddite I am. Gets the conversion, but loses the monk. And so once I make sure all the settings are proper, I will go back to streaming both on Twitch and YouTube. Probably next week. Who's kidding who? You only have a stubble beard? Oh, Daniel, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. I'm glad that people are enjoying this. You know who's not enjoying it? The Viper. Who has to rebuild another TC here to the back. Still no Schlachter for the Poles, who, to be fair, are in the middle of losing a bunch of villagers. 14 dead villagers here, and the Viper's not done with this one. Man, that +1 armor that the Teuton gets, 5 melee armor, really gives their knights a lifeline. So much longevity on the field of battle, and the Viper just deletes the unit instead of giving it up. An extra TC to the back for Mr. Yo as well. Sorry, I think my chat froze again. Daniel, much appreciated. We are getting close to 500 on Twitch. And now that I have the webcam up and running, when somebody redeems drawings, you'll be able to see my furrowed brow as I try to figure out how to put the spikes on a turtle ship. Wow! Mr. Yo realized he wasn't going to get to this tile on time, and so puts down this tile. I mean, sometimes the micro out of these players is just so ridiculously top level that it just, even after watching 1,000 games over 2 years, it still stuns me how well they play this game. Just incredible. Again, realizing that the Viper was in this one tile. It was too late for him to reach it. Maybe I'm just impressed by this stuff, but I don't know. Just seems pretty bonkers. No, forget Schlacht privileges. We're going Obuch. So all of the extra armor of the Tuden is about to get destroyed, reduced by 1 with every fell swoop of the hammer. The Viper can do nothing wedged between 2 town centers here, but attack a house guarding the western portion of this settlement to make sure Mysterio can't escape through there. And in come the Obuchs, but they're infantry units, and they're walking underneath the town center, and they're going after the monk. What the hell? What was the point of this? This is very difficult to see, by the way. Ah, Cat, I appreciate that. 100k would be amazing. I'm planning to, those of you who watch the daily videos know that there have been some interruptions here and there, because I am planning some different content. I want to make some more like educational stuff, like the not just the lower Elo games, but sorry, 1 second. You know I have to watch the synchronized attack. Oh yeah, I mean this is about as OCD pleasing as you can get in this game. Oh, they're kind of off. They're kind of off. They're not exactly 100%. I have a bit of different content lined up, at least in theory. I have to get my butt to work on it now that the move is done and the second idle villager is here and screaming for milk every couple of hours. I will get to it though. Oh my god, the last thing you want to have to do against a Teuton knight of all things is attack with villagers. But Mysterio attacks and wins. The eastern portion of his base is about to get rammed into. The Viper, to be fair though, is getting destroyed in the center, and outpost going up. No, Cat, there's another Vill already out as of 11 days ago. I figured things weren't stressful enough with my wife being almost 10 months pregnant. I figured now would be a good time to move houses as well, because, you know. So let's add to the stress of everything, but no. All was well. The move is over. The house, you'll see in the background of the webcam, the house is almost kind of set up. There's still a lot more to do in terms of decorations and stuff. Obuchs get converted, but here we go. So Mysterio having a little bit of fun with the Viper right now, saying, I'm gonna just destroy all of your heavy armor. I love the Viper putting farms on these steps, very Asiatic, with the rice fields on the different levels, and very Peruvian up in Machu Picchu. Oh, Shane, absolutely. Oh, Mysterio is just everywhere now. But the Viper, is sorry, I lost way too I lost way too much attention in this game. I was focusing on just complete nonsense, but we've got the Teutonic Knight. He is out attacking this TC. Has Mysterio seen? He has not seen this castle up here, so he's going to defend over here. Oh, but the Viper imp into GG. Yeah, Mysterio nowhere close. He's got 46 gold. Why the double castle just to pump out Obuchs? You could have gone one castle Schlachter supported with Obuchs. Again, they are infantry, as cool as they are with their what's the name of that doctor from The Simpsons? Oh goodness. What's the name of the doctor? Nick Riviera? They always remind me because one arm is white, one leg is white, the opposite is black. Always reminds me of the guy with a leg for an arm and an arm for a leg, or whatever it was back in the old school Simpson. But wow, Mr. Yo under way too much stress, down 30 villagers. And while I was looking at the Obuchs, The Viper was looking at the rear of the base quietly, or maybe not so quietly, goes up to Imperial Age, lost his entire forward position, got up to Imperial. Now, the question is, did Mr. Yo need to GG here, or could he have at least kept on going? He doesn't really have a presence outside here on the east. He's definitely not going to have a presence outside here on the west. And this is the last patch of gold, and it's under Teutonic occupation. So yeah, maybe he did have to GG here. And these are, again, infantry units. So as much as 80 HP really is, and as good as their knight level armor is with 2 Pierce, they're still not going to last very long against a fully garrisoned, FYI, Teuton town center with 25 villagers. Not your average 15. So, Mr. Yo taps out. The Viper takes a lead in the series. My wife worried my kid might have hooves. Obuch the Knight. Interesting. I mean, again, if your opponent has the extra armor, one cute way to deal with that is to use a unit that reduces armor. Dr. Nick. Yeah, Gator, they garrison more and they shoot more arrows. And the Teutons have one of the coolest features in the game called crenellations, where in addition to giving them extra range on their castles, infantry adds arrows. That is something that only they have. So they are they are a very roomy civilization, 25 room. By the way, that also applies to their towers. They can shove 10 units into a tower instead of the usual 5. And yeah, the Viper just takes a 30% economic advantage here. 4 conversions, 3 raisings. So not exactly the craziest of games, 32 minutes and only 100 kills. But this is one of those, hey, I'm an Imperial, the map is way too messy. Mysterio wants to save and conserve his strength for the last, possibly the last game for him. And so realizing he's just way too far behind. Oh, damn. All right, well, it is what it is. Mr. Yo on the verge of being sent to the losers bracket. And back we go to my face as I set up the next game between these two Titans. Teuton Rams should have more capacity or skin of a clown car. Didn't they recently buff Rams to allow more units in? Teuton Cavalry conquered Poles again. Yeah, very messy game that one was. Well, game number 4. And I'm looking at the camera again, and as you can see, like I said, behind me, a lot of plain walls and floors, still stuff on the floor. I think there might be a Huggies box. Yeah, there's even a Huggies box behind me, because that's just the level of professionalism here at Cast of Empires. As I sit in my Dunder Mifflin shirt. And yeah, let's just dive right into game number 4. Gator, does that remind you of the South Park episode where the boys get into gaming and they play World of Warcraft? That might be one of the funniest episodes I've seen. Thank you, Kat. It's only been a week since we moved here, and so yeah, the boxes are everywhere. Rohit, nice to see you. Nice to see you all live again. My new Vil is a little girl. That World of Warcraft is a classic. It's the best. The only funnier episode of South Park, in my opinion, is the one where Cartman gets frozen, waiting for the new, I forget what he's waiting for, the Nintendo or the PlayStation or something, the Xbox or whatever, and he gets frozen in time and shot into the future. That was just, it was like a 2 or 3 episode arc, or when Earth is about to get canceled by the intergalactic whatever. I don't remember what it is. Oh man, so many years ago. Well, let's look at the game. Mr. Yo playing as the Vietnamese in blue, the Viper. Let me know what you think. Should I put the Viper in yellow or should I put him in red? Because yellow might be a little bit hard to see on this map. Vietnamese who start every game knowing exactly where their opponents are out on the map versus the Lithuanians who need to gobble up all the relics they can for their heavy cavalry to get their attack boost. You know what? Saying there's a best South Park episode is really it's really a ballsy claim. There are so many good episodes of South Park. There are just so many good episodes. Let's take a look at the attack path between the two bases because, hey, we're on Arabia, my bread and butter. Pretty darn open attack path. And let's see, is there any difference in resources? No. So the standard 28,800 to 8,400 stone. Okay, so we're on a basic Arabia map. One where the northern 2/3 of the map is completely useless, except for a few patches of resources. Everything else is just empty space. Mr. Yo in blue, let's take a look at his forests. Not very helpful for a wall off. Secondary gold out front, both primary resources nice and safe though. Extra stone and gold to the back, I like this. And for our Vietnamese, the Archer civilization, to have almost 10,000 extra safe wood is pretty darn good. The Viper for his part, gold to the north, stone, he's got a bit of a shittier base, extra gold exposed, extra stone exposed. And where is this third patch of gold? Oh my goodness, it's down here to the south next to these goats. More importantly, where are the relics? The Viper's got one right here to the right of his base. He's got another one just north of his base. Then he's got the center relic, and he's got, oh my goodness, the relics are all on the Viper's side of the map. The 4 that he needs. One right here, one right here, one here, and one here. I mean, this couldn't have been a better spawn for the Lithuanians when it comes to relic location. Wow. Okay, well, let's see it. That being said, trying to gather relics against a player like Mr. Yo is no easy task. He is usually the one who gobbles up. He is the one who knocks on the relic door. How much damage does a rhino do? That depends what unit you are. If you're a cavalry unit, they do a lot of damage. They have bonuses. No, Jai Kumar, this is not what I was planning to watch last week. Last week I was planning on doing a Hearth versus MBL and Survivalist versus Bloodless set of games. This is actually a tournament, which is not something I do all the time. Look at the Viper trying to take the goat. Oh, I love it. He had no chance of stealing that goat. This is actually a tournament game that was played earlier today as part of the Garrison tournament, which is a physical tournament in Germany where the players are kind of hanging out in the house, drinking some good old German beer, eating some of that artery clogging German sausage, and just enjoying themselves while they play Age of Empires. Am I an open map guy? Oh, I'm all kinds of map kind of guy. Although we'll see. I haven't played the game in 25 years. Like I said, don't expect too much out of these old decrepit fingers. Is there a fish boom potential? Usually there's more than one lake. There's usually a minimum of 2. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so has the Viper seen any of the lakes? He has. So we'll see the Viper if he fish booms or not. Daniel is on Team Lithuania. Some Spätzle. What is Spätzle? Emil is a very fun player to watch because some of his games are so incredibly technical and clean, and other times he gets housed like 17 times in a game. The Viper returning home. Mr. Yo looks like he's fully walled himself in already. The Viper just kind of starting to at the moment. Okay. Starting and abandoning. I thought it was a live game and was going to post fake spoilers. There's the Kyle intro sentence that we know and love. Hey, Kyle. They're like little dumplings and they're delicious, especially in an onion gravy. Interesting. What's inside of them? I'm assuming some kind of pork product. If it's a German. Okay, the Viper will bust into here. Not too much Mysterio can do about this right now. Okay, emergency house with 30 HP. Really? That's enough? That's enough to shoo the Viper away? Okay. Mysterio has 8 army count. Where is it? Down here, preparing for the invasion. Preparing to get busted into. The Viper pivoting to go after this house. So let's see it. Let's see the classic archer civilization against the classic heavy cavalry civilization. Although if you are going cavalry, let's not never say never for Vietnamese battle elephants with their massive 420 HP possibly. Because even for a Lithuanian Latus, that might be a bit of a tough nut to chew. Spearman looks like he's going to be the first death of the game. Yep. This time it's the Viper who draws first blood. And he chases Mysterio's scout up here. I'll keep my mouse. Oh, well, didn't have to chase very far. Even in the middle of a battle, I'm telling you, sometimes I think it's muscle memory. Sometimes he knew he was winning that fight. He didn't need to maneuver his scout like that. I think it's just muscle memory with these players. Sometimes they're just so used to... You know how when sometimes you're driving home from work and your brain just goes on autopilot and somehow like you're at home and you're like, I don't remember any part of driving home. That's what their muscle memory is like for these players. Sometimes they just build a wall real quick. Sometimes they just maneuver to the high ground real quick. I think. I'm not a pro player myself. I'm not a player period myself, but that's what I think is going on here after thousands and thousands and thousands of games. Their hands are just... I mean, they're probably like twitching in their sleep with their mouse hand and their keyboard hand clicking. Is he going after the farm or is he going after the skirmisher? Kind of looks like he was attacking the farm. Yeah, cat, I know. I used to, on my drives back from Home Depot when I was a cashier at Home Depot in my teen years, because it was like, I want to say 8 minutes away from my parents' house where I was living. Every day was like that. I would just arrive home and I'd be like, what the hell just happened? Did I even go through green lights? Did I stop at a red light? Like, did I stop at the stop sign? Like, what happened? What happened to the last 8 minutes of my life? It's so creepy. The oh shit, I'm driving is really... Yeah, exactly. It's such a creepy feeling. But your body's, I guess, on like muscle memory. Even though it probably really shouldn't be. That's called alcoholism. No. No, it's probably called exhaustion from having to wake up at 5 in the morning to open up the store. Because there would always be the same contractors waiting at Home Depot at 6:30 in the morning, trying to get their supplies for their daily jobs. Okay, Mysterio hits back. The Viper does have a villager kill. But this is a pretty big Vietnamese army. And it's a Vietnamese army that comes with 20% more HP. It is on the low ground. The Viper very much hugging this elevation. And in come the scouts. Not too sure they're going to do a whole lot without bloodlines against these archer units. I'm sure the Mysterio is happy to sacrifice these skirmishers to get these scouts. Yeah, 2 apiece. Both players hit castle at the same time. Botkin for both, crossbow for our Vietnamese. Highly doubt we're going to get to see crossbow for our Lithuanian, who just has 4 archer units. Where is the monastery? Where is the monastery for the Viper? What is he doing? He's going skirmishers. To be fair, they move faster. Probably the most heavily armored skirmishers in the game with tower shields. They have 10 pierce armor. Yeah, Gator, let's see if he can. I'm assuming this dot is a monastery. Finally, Ark of the Covenant lowered into its not so secret compartment. Cat, yeah, it's a best of 5. Not too sure the Vietnamese has a whole lot of options. Did I just see an elephant? I think I saw an elephant. What happened to it? Was it a misclick? No, don't tease us like that. Don't tease us like that. 1 monk, 2 monks en route for our Lithuanian who withdraws. Let's see the Viper's vision and see how many of the relics he has seen. The Viper hasn't seen a single relic except the one that's furthest away from him. Oh my god, he hasn't even seen the one in the middle of the map. That is incredibly sour for our Lithuanian. As is this battle, which we can only see outlines of. Come on, fight outside of this. Looks like at the same time the Vipers managed to get 2 more villager kills with this archer force on the other side of the map. And Amisio's in, but oh my god, you thought you were walled in, but no, this is Age of Empires, where everything is an optical illusion. One knight gets converted, the stronger one. That is very unfortunate for Mr. Yo. And now the Viper is like Hera likes to dodge castle fire. The Viper is dodging crossbow fire. 30C going up for our Lithuanian. He lost his monks. He has no relics. He doesn't even know where the relics are. Mr. Yo vision. Mr. Yo has at least seen the center relic and the relic to the north. And he is just smothering the Lithuanian. He knows the Viper wants to move out to gather relics. So what is he doing? He's bear hugging him. Cav archers, knights, crossbowmen. Anything that he can throw at him. Even a single scout. Where are you? Yeah, you are moving forward as well. Middle of the road siege workshop. He does not want to reveal this, I guess. And the Viper has no vision. This is his entire map vision. That's all he sees. He's as blind as a bat. Daniel, there are ads during the live stream? I thought I disabled that. YouTube has been really weird lately. I don't know if anyone who's not like a creator on YouTube follows the YouTube stuff, but now they, like when I put ads in my videos, because my daily videos I do put ads in, now they basically just say nope. Now, yeah, the Viper's base is open in the bottom. Now YouTube just basically says, nope, we're not letting you put an ad here. It's too disruptive. You have to find a better place for your ad. I thought I disabled ads during the live stream. I'm gonna have to check the settings. I do apologize. I don't like that, and I try to avoid doing that. Skirmishers are chasing. Hey, I'm getting vibes from game number 1, where these were the first kills, where skirmishers were chasing archer units. Not too sure why Mr. Yo is taking this fight, but he takes it. He loses his army. Got knights and cav archers to the back. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Banter, another conversion. Yeah, it's been a while. I'll be live. I mean, we're on game number 3. If the Viper wins this, we're moving on to the next set of Hera and Liri. If the Viper doesn't win this, then we're going into game number 5. And then depending on how long that goes, we'll see if we go into Hera Liri or whether it's just going to be a Viper Mr. Yo kind of night. Yeah, it's weird. There have been a lot of complaints, Kat, from the creator community about this new change that they've made. It basically says you're free to insert your own ads, but if we think they're in the wrong spot in the video, we're not going to honor them. But on top of that, we're going to put in our own ads that you have no control over throughout your video. So now I have no clue where the ads are going to go in my own videos, which is what I think is upsetting a lot of creators. Well, I do apologize for anyone who's bothered by these. I mean, I know that YouTube allows you to put ads in the live streams now, but I thought I disabled that option. My bad. Oh, careful. Even on the high ground it died. That is very unfortunate there for Monsieur, who does lose a full price. Cav Archer, how much HP? Does this guy just have 1 HP? Yeah, that's definitely a 1 HP bar right there. Yeah, you'd think so, right, Cat? As long as they get their ad revenue, but I don't know. I don't know what the point of the the changes. The Viper, by the way, going home with a second relic. As he's seen the one just to the left of his base, still hasn't explored Terra Incognita here, using his skirmishers on patrol to guard this one last relic. If only he knew there was one so much closer to his base. And the Viper just got 0 relic? Okay, he's shoveling them to the back. So he is expecting Mr. Yo to penetrate quite deep before he can respond, especially with that forward monastery. Oh, banter, no, I haven't talked about it too much. I'm waiting for the final notes to come out. I love, by the way, that the Viper for a while was targeting the Cav Archers and managed to get almost all of them. A converted Cav Archer. Okay, now he's going to target the villagers. I think he does have enough skirmishers to one-shot the villagers, right? Nah, maybe not. 13, not enough. Castle, not too far along. Still a third of the way to completion. I'm going to go through. I was thinking of doing a live stream reading the patch notes. But I feel like maybe once the final notes are released, I'll do that. Uh-oh. Mr. Yo wants to take this to a decider game. He does not want to lose here, but there we go. The Viper with 2 relics. Late Chai are starting to come out. And the rear, the south is defended. These 2 villagers working behind a stone wall. So yeah, banter, when the final patch comes out, the notes, I will definitely be reviewing them. I took a quick read here and there just to kind of, you know, because everyone on Reddit is talking about them. And wow, look at that. Both players heading up to the Imperial literally 4 or 5 seconds apart. Mr. Yo doesn't really have the semblance of an army, does he? Light Cav, a couple of knights, rattan archers. Meanwhile, the Viper is doubling down on skirmishers. And maybe some late chai. So neither player really has any kind of direction that I feel like they want to go at the moment. Yeah, I'm happy that infantry is being buffed as well. I'm happy that they finally introduced the concept of a veteran unit into this game with the Jaguar Warrior getting a +1 attack for every unit that it kills, up to a +4. I love having veteran units. They deserve to have a higher attack. Or more HP, or more armor, or something like that makes them a Napoleonic old guard type of unit. Okay, well, these skirmishers hung around, tried to save the relic. Tell me the Viper's gonna see it now. Oh, finally sees it. Is he sending a monk? He's certainly sending a lot of units this way. But yeah, he wants that relic. Where's his one monk? Oh, his monk's on the complete other side of the world, and that relic is gone. Okay. Monsieur's got 1 relic, probably returning home the slow moving blue dot with a second. So denying your opponent 2 relics is not bad. Rattan's taking damage from skirmishers is pretty tough since they are the Huskarl of the Archer world. Slavs, Aztecs, and Goths, nice. So pretty much you're an infantry stand. Daniel, you need to keep going until 11:30, another hour and a half. Ooh, I don't know if I've got it in me. It all depends on the players. Why? What happens at 11:30? Shalot Warriors deserve a buff. That could be cool. So the Viper posturing in the front here gets himself another monk. Exposes his skirmishers. Should be sending a monk at some point to get this 1 relic. I mean, you are going late chai. But only 7, so maybe you're not going late chai. Oh, he's transitioning to archer units, getting bracer. Okay. The late chai will shred through this entire army. Skirmishers trying to take on Rattans, but again, the Rattan has so much armor. 5 right now because it's basic. It can go up to 10 armor here. Villager discovers the TC, I think. Yeah, discovered the TC as he was building a bunch of outposts. Mysterio's still at the front. Army counts are very small for both players. The Viper just lost one of his 2 castles. He's got 4 trebs to the 3 of Mysterio, but Mysterio's coming out with a bombard cannon. From where? Okay, from that middle of the road siege workshop. The Lechai have died. All that remains is these faster moving skirmishers, which are being hounded by light cav, which are being hounded by a lion. Oh, you want to play? Okay. Really? Well, you're down to 88 villagers. Mysterio doing an amazing job. If it wasn't the beginning part with the random crossbowmen, that one scout, the cav archers, the knights, where he was just hugging the Viper's base, now he's just destroying the Viper's base, and the Viper is collapsing, and we're going to see a game number 5. Hell yeah. He's losing castles, he's losing trebs, his army in the forward position with those Lechai took one too many fights, only 7 of them there at the moment. Now there's only 1 left alive, and I don't think he's even part of that original 7. Wow, Mr. Yo just putting on the aggression this game. 93 kills to 64, 34 Vil kills to 11. Light cav or 10 cav archers. I mean, I don't think we've seen cav archers. When's the last time we saw cav archers in this game? Like 5-10 minutes ago? He discovered the Viper over here, building his own TC. So Mr. Yo just playing a nice aggressive game, dominating the map, and the Viper just cannot withstand it. Tried to push out with that skirmisher / latest army. Probably, I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but probably should have been more focused on the front of his base with his Lechai. I wonder why he didn't keep going Lechai. His primary gold lamed. He did have access to the 2 piles of gold down here, though, and he's got a lot of villagers on gold. 26 is not bad. But yeah, we'll see. Or rather, we'll see. We saw, but unfortunately, yeah, Mysterio just being way too aggressive for the Viper in this game. He even had to shuttle his relics to the back as if it was an arena map. PKPM 10 minutes, 10 minutes. So PKPM about 40 seconds apart for the players. Yeah, about 10% bigger economy. Not that long of a game. 9 conversions for our Lithuanian is bonkers. 9-0. Especially out of a total army of 88. That's 10% of the Vietnamese army converted into the Lithuanian army core. 5 raisings to 1. And yeah, it's just one of those games where the Viper just little by little, from, like I said, the beginning, where there were knights and crossbows and cavalry archers and even that one scout, just keeping him at home, keeping his monks sniped, unable to gather those relics. And with only 2 relics, the Lithuanian basically goes up to Blast Furnace, which really isn't that much. And the Viper doesn't even have that. He doesn't even have forging. All right. You think Mysterio's going to take the set? We're about to find out. As I apologize, have to transition you back to this. And let's see who's going to take the last set. Pretty exciting Civ matchup. Man, it's gonna take some time to getting used to looking into a camera after 2 years of just kind of sitting back, scratching my head myself like a zoo animal, and just having nobody see me. But now I'm here, exposed, and let's dive into what is going to be the last game of this set. Jai Kumar, thank you for hitting that live. We're on Land Madness, a map that looks like a teenage face that broke out in pimples. Lots and lots of squares of forests, resources, a little bit more than your usual Arabia. And let's see who we've got. Oh yeah, we are gonna see camels galore. You got the Saracens in blue, you got the Gurjaras in yellow, with their 2 free bushes underneath the TC. Now, who do you favor here in a camel war? The 25% more HP, the 175 HP camel, or the camel that does 40% more bonus damage? Although, to be fair, camel versus camel bonus damage, not the highest. I think it's a 9 for everyone else, and then goes up to what? A 13? So 4 extra damage, or 5? Good luck, cat. Johnny boy, this game broke your heart? Ooh, okay, okay. No spoilers, but good to know that it's at least has a game that has that kind of impact on people. Yeah, this is a map that is not easy to wall in your base. It is not easy at all. Let's see how many herdables the Gurjara has already shoved into his mill. 6, and is that all he gets? Or did he eat the rest? These are all huntables. This is not a herdable map. This is all Mongol. This is all Georgian and Armenian kind of map. Goth kind of map. Yeah, there's no more herdables. I don't know if he ate them or if he just the game gives you 6 instead of 8. Now, I said camel versus camel. It's hard to predict. Gujaras are such a versatile civilization. They have so many good units. Counter archers, counter cavalry, counter infantry. Gulam is a fantastic unit. We'll see whether or not the Viper is aggressive here. He's got to be aggressive. He just has to be. You can't let Mysterio get his Saracen claws on this 40,000 gold, because then they're basically unstoppable. Whereas you, as the Gurjaras, you need to get a castle up so you can get Kshatriyas, and Mysterio has to do everything in his power to stop the Viper from getting a castle up. So a game of I have to do this from both players. We'll see who actually does what. My opinions are, of course, basically my own. They are Incas on horses. Yeah, the Gurjara very much are a counter civilization, much like the Incas are. Except they get the camels, they get a lot of cool units. They get a lot of cool units, not the least of which are their elephant archers, who have a massive boost to their melee armor with frontier guards. So I think we're going to see camel versus camel. I hope we're going to see camel versus camel. But the Saracens also have pretty darn good siege. They have pretty darn good hand cannoneers. They have pretty darn good archer line units. And as easy it is for me to say, oh, well, you know, Shravamsha riders will run circles around. Sorry, did I say Gulams? My bad. Why did I say Gulams? Gulams are Hindustani. I meant chakram throwers. To counter cavalry, you go camels. To counter infantry, you go chakrams. Not Gulams, my apologies. And to counter archer, you go Shravamsha, although the Shravamsha is a really expensive unit. Valen the Jackal, welcome to the Knights. Thank you so much for joining the membership. Welcome, welcome to the pizza family. Ooh, Engel, I'm going to try to read your name here. Engel Destoris. Did I say that right? I can't tell if that's German or if that's Spanish. The first part sounds Germanic. The second part sounds very Spanish. Valen, welcome, welcome. You'll notice you have a nice pepperoni slice next to your name. And that's another thing that's going to be happening on this channel, by the way. We're going to start boosting the member content as well. I really appreciate everyone's patience who's been a member for the longest of times. And we are going to start taking things up a notch here at Cast of Empires. Camel is hutting after this one scout. Oh my goodness, Valen gifted 20 Cast of Empires memberships. Holy moly. It's German. T90 had 3 tries and couldn't figure it out. I knew it was one of those, German or Spanish. The Engel. Meine Engele. That is what tipped me off to the German. But Valen, holy moly, 20 memberships. Thank you so much for the generosity. That is very nice and bonkers of you. Appreciate it. I'm trying to see if you've actually sent a message. Valen, you haven't even written a message in the chat. So at least say hi so we can thank you. That is super cool. I really appreciate that. And yeah, to everyone who now has a pizza slice next to your name for the next month, welcome, welcome to the family. And like I said, we're going to do some exclusive live streams. We're going to do some member content. And it should be a lot of fun. Check out the YouTube page to see what kind of perks come with that membership. Ooh, Cat, you're building a new computer. Are you still building a new computer? I thought you were done. Two kills apiece. The Viper really does not want to deal with late game Saracen. He is pushing in with a lot of archer units. I think my chat froze again. Valen, I've been... Oh my goodness, and a super chat. Oh my god, I think my app froze again. No, I'm so sorry. Valen, I've been seeing your YouTube Reels histories for a month and I never heard of a caster so passionate as you. English isn't my native language, but I understand enough to hear your casting. Keep it up. Hugs from Argentina. Ah, muchas gracias. Thank you so much for the super chat, the memberships. That is really awesome. I'm glad you enjoy the shorts and the videos. And yeah, glad my first Spanish teacher in university. Estudié para tres o cuatro años en la Universidad Español, pero hace 30, no 30, 20 años que no hablo español con un otro ser humano. Pero mi primero profesor de español fue un argentino. Anyway, I hope I'm not brutal. I'm brutal. I hope my Spanish isn't too bad. My first professor in the university was from Argentina. And he taught us the Argentinian Spanish with the th. But Valen, muchas gracias. Seriously. That is very much appreciated. Is my Spanish good? Okay, all right. Like I said, it's been 20 years since I've spoken with another person in Spanish. I'm making you proud. Jai Kumar, just English and Spanish. I studied French here in Canada like everyone else has to study French, but I have forgotten all of it. I have forgotten all of it. But nice. I'm not as I once went when I was in Paris. This just shows you how much it's a different dialect. When I was in Paris, I said oui, and some guy goes, in France we say ouais. We do not say oui, we say ouais. And I'm like, good for you. In Canada, we say oui. You also did French in high school, you don't remember a thing? No, I don't. The only German I ever picked up was from reading textbooks and history books. So not a whole lot of German. I just remember, yeah, not a whole lot, actually. C'est le vinaigre. All right, back to the game. I have gone completely off track. Our Saracen is going knight. Inexplicably wants to get rid of those archers first before he can start summoning his camel horde. I'm hoping, because for the Saracen, the knight is as good as it gets. You do not get anything better than this, much like a Turkish spearman. But now that the Gurjara archers are gone, I suspect we're not going to see any more knights. But Valen, thank you again. Seriously, so much. And I hope I didn't embarrass myself too much with my very broken Spanish. Sometimes I try to watch Spanish casters, like Mario Vale. I tried a few times Locoser, but he just speaks way too fast. I cannot understand a word that he says. It is hard for me to watch and try to understand. Well, there you go, Saracen Camel. You don't need bloodlines. You got 125 HP. That being said, Gurjara, there's that +7 attack bonus against camels instead of, I believe, +5. So one has more HP, one has more bonus damage. I wonder who the heck is going to win here. Attack bonus of Camel Scouts. Sorry, Jaikumar, I just saw your message. Here it is. Against other camels, 7, but that's misleading because everyone else is a 5. Your English is more broken. It's okay. You'll practice your English and I'll practice my Spanish. We'll do an exchange like that. Okay, the players have disengaged from one another. Did YouTube do something to the live chat? I can't see any messages that were sent minutes ago. Angle, I'm not too sure. It seems to be working on my end. There we go, Super Gen. Thank you. Camels move in. Camels back away. Okay, so the player's rebuilding. Villager kills not an issue in this game, only 2-0. Total kills have been fairly light, even though we are in the early stage of the game. Will he get the conversion? He does not. The Cav Archers for the Saracen gun him down. Now, this is not something you see every day, a bunch of camels killing villagers. Usually they're weak attack. 6 base attack is enough to make sure some of the villagers survive, but they really just surrounded those villagers. And after a moment of peace, the north of the Vipers, pardon me, the north of Mysterio's base is on fire. The south of the Vipers base is on fire as well. You saw the Viper playing against ACCM, it was heartbreaking. Ooh. Like I said, I wanted to cast the earlier sets in this tournament, but unfortunately, I just did not, I wasn't able to with the move and stuff. What does a membership do? It gives you access to a bunch of funny emojis, a little pizza slice, and you'll get access to some private live streams that are just for members, which will be happening, I'm hoping, in the next week or two, probably closer to 2. Yeah, Angle, YouTube is weird like that. I probably shouldn't be saying that as a YouTube creator, but YouTube has a lot of weird little nuances and things like that. Devotion for our Gurjara. He's tired of having to deal with these Saracen monks. Saracen monks who should probably have Maristan the second he can. It's a little weird that our Gurjara doesn't have a castle, going heavy on the flesh and blood food units. You need a castle so you can get Kshatriyas. You need that upgrade. It's not you want it, you need it as a Gurjara player. Both monks do nothing and die. Yeah, banter on Chatterbait. Believe you me, that would harm everybody. No, like exclusive live streams for a smaller membership audience of games. You also get to vote if I can't decide. Oftentimes I can't decide on a thumbnail between 2 versions, and then as a member, as a channel member, there's going to be polls to help me. So little things like that. More involvement in the channel is basically the bottom line. If you want to, you don't have to. Can we get a private live stream for non-members? That's what you're watching right now. All right, the Viper's moving into the south. Mysterio's moving into the north, but he's gone Cav Archers. So I wanted to see Camel v Camel. Instead, the Viper is, or Mysterio is playing right into the Viper's hands because against Cavalry, they have a plus 12 bonus. And if we go into Imperial, that 18 jumps up by 40%. And these Cavalry Archers, unless I'm mistaken, they do come with Cavalry armor. And the Camels are faster, which means they can catch up. So I don't know here about Mysterio's game plan, although managing to snipe 2 more monks is definitely good. Oh, our members aren't allowed. Kyle, that would be a very quick way to lose members, which is the opposite of what we're trying to accomplish here. There it is. There's a castle. You need to get Kshatriyas. Again, I sound like a broken record, but anytime you're playing as the Gurjaras, this needs to be your priority. It really does need to be your priority, and Mysterio is going to discover that this castle is going up, and he's probably going to try to deny it with his 674 stone. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, sorry, Jai Kumar. I thought I disabled that. Viper. Positioning. Is he looking for things, or is he trying to position his army to strike here? I don't know, but he runs into Mysterio's army, and he's going to close on these Cav Archers. I mean, Mysterio's just building an army that's... I mean, if they can avoid the camels, the camel has no base armor of any kind, which means the Cav Archers will do well. That being said, if the camels can close on the Cav Archers, then it's going to be very problematic. They'll die in a second, but look at the HP on these units. Ugh. Down 400 HP. These guys are down 250 HP. What a weakened group of units here. Viper expanding to the right side, Viper expanding to the left side. But now he's starting to lose villagers. Gator, I really hope that's the case. I hope that's the case, that they're planning this big Imperial. The Viper certainly is heading up to Imperial. Mysterio's almost at a point where he can. But I just don't know about the longevity of a Cavalry Archer armor. Cavalry Archer army against heavy Camel Riders, especially Gurjara Camel Riders, and especially Gurjaras who have Shravamshas. Who hopefully have... No, come on, get the... I feel like banging my head into the monitor. Get this upgrade already. Mysterio trying to return home with a first relic. Viper doing a better job this time, getting he's up to 3 relics. And here we go. This is what happens when camels catch up to Cavalry Archers. They just go through them like a knife through hot butter. Your cavalry armor is betraying you. Oh, let's see who takes this. There, of course. So, a lot closer than I thought it would be. Probably more because of the shitty HP on both of these army groups. But they've been shed. 10 more Cav Archers for our Saracen. 5 more Camels. And a converted Cav Archer for our Gurjara. And they busted into the rear of Mysterio's base. Do I have any predictions for the tournament? I think Hera probably is gonna take it. He's been in top form recently. I don't know who is gonna end up in the losers bracket, but I believe the grand finals will be Hera versus someone. I mean, these Cav Archers have been here to the back of the base. They've only gotten 3 kills. 2 of them villages. Ugh, not great. Not very productive. And look at this odd ball assortment. We've got a light cav, a camel, and a Cav Archer. All of them are going to die right now. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's focusing on the unit with the most pierce armor while the camel attacks him. Bit of an oversight there by Mr. Yo, losing a unit when he didn't really have to. So let's see, Imperial Age in 12 seconds. Both players are going to be in it. 25 cavalry archers. And he's going Shrevamshas. Okay, he finally got Kshatriyas. You needed Shrevamshas or 70 freaking food. That is not cheap. You need that 25% discount. Will the Viper's Monk finally get a conversion? No, he does not. Okay, now when your opponent builds Pierce attack units, not a bad idea to go Trebuchets that have 150 Pierce armor. Not a whole lot these cav archers are going to do unless he packs up. Oh no! Alright, he packs up, runs away. I love that the Viper is still taking the free food out on the map. Both players expanding outward. The Viper yet again sending in units. Look at that freaking movement speed. 1 point, almost 2 tiles a second. Is lightning fast. But let's see it. They only dodged 5 arrows. So he trained a bunch of Shrevamshas. And now he's going camel. Okay. So I guess he confirmed that there's a lot of cavalry archers out on the map. And now he's going camel riders. All right. Heavy camel riders in the Imperial Age. I'm curious to see numerically what that bonus jumps up to from 9 against cavalry to 18. But these are Gurjara camels, so that 18 becomes a 25. Holy shit. 25 attack bonus against cavalry. That is a third of their HP in just bonus damage. That's how powerful Gurjara camels can be against cavalry. That being said, Mr. Yo certainly does have the numbers here. And the Shrevamshas fall. Camel runs away. I'm not too sure what the point of this is for the Viper to send these groups of 5, 6, 7 units to the left, to the right. He's killed 19, 20 villagers to 8. Mr. Yo's doing the same thing now. But is this really why you both rushed up to the Imperial Age, to send small groups of 5 units? Here and 3 units there? Come on, give the people what they want to see. A big, massive battle. Oh, goodness gracious. This is not the first time the Viper... I mean, they gave as good as they got. There's an even number of dead for both players here. A little bit more yellow than blue, but... this is not the first time the Viper has taken a very outnumbered fight here. NATO Mayor, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Welcome to the live stream. Twang, twang goes the Treb. Jara Castle under siege. How will the Viper respond? He's bringing 3 Trebs of his own, but there is a massive Saracen army here. 170 HP camels. I think I said earlier 175. That's my bad. And they are just destroying the Viper's army here. Oh no. Viper does have defender's advantage. He's got Shrevamshas heading into the cluster of... no, never mind. Either you go to Shrevamshas are going after the Treb. Are they elite? They are elite. They dodge a good number of arrows. Now, how powerful this unit is. One more Treb ball. One more Treb ball. He gets the repairing villager. Oh, that is so sour. You get reallocated. You get sent. Hey, we need you on this other Treb repairing duty. Now the Viper's attacking cav archers with his Trebs. And then as you arrive at your destination, a Treb ball out of nowhere crashes into your skull and crushes it. Well, we're finally getting to see the big old battle we wanted to see. Shrevamshas are joining in. Not too sure they should be going after camel riders. That is probably the last thing they want to be fighting. But the Viper gives up the position. He's packing up the Treb. Gonna probably take it home. Army count, he's back to his 15. That being said, Mr. Yo's army count is not exactly that high as well. What's its HP? Pretty darn bruised and damaged. Viper feels confident enough he's bringing his Treb forward to defend against this Treb. But his closest castle is all the way back here. That is a long road to Tipperary. And he backs away. He's going to leave his Treb. Better for me to try to do some damage than to just keep this unit, he says, as now a TC falls. 4 stables are lamed. Mateusz, hello, hello. Not too sure what you wrote, but welcome to the live stream. Well, the Viper's numbers are finally climbing back up. The attack bonus against other camels is now at a juicy 13. So it is 4 more than the Saracen bonus. He's deleting a house just to get more surface area. Good move there. Now a couple of Shrivantres would come in very handy. But the camel numbers are falling. I really don't know who's taking this. They're both fully... Actually, they're not fully upgraded. The Viper doesn't even have iron casting. Okay. Does he think he's the Lithuanian camel here with the 3 relics? I think he just realized. Hey, wait a second. Why did I take such a shitty engagement? Whoops. Thomas, hello, hello. Are you and Mateusz related? Viper's chasing a big old conga line of camels. Camel joins in on the fun. I can't believe he chased right into a castle fire. Oh, yeah. Monsieur peels off a group. University pretty exposed, but who the hell cares at this point? I like the anchor castle here on the right. Your brother is nice. Yeah, the Viper is missing a bunch of eco upgrades. He's just on horse collar right now. Well, Monsieur gets chased and discovers. Discovered, pardon me. Well, look at the army counts. They've grown back up. The Viper finally has iron casting, which for him is as good as it gets. HP down 10%. HP down to 15%. And again, the Viper engages underneath a castle. Okay, how many will he lose on the escape? Is he microing them? Maybe 1? No, they survived. Oh, they might as well not have. Look at those health bars. Yuck. At the same time up north, both players, are they going to engage? We are 50 minutes into this game. Mr. Yo shredding the gold miners. This might be a good time for the Viper to attack. Mr. Yo's camels. He has a lot more camels, but they're all over the place. And we've got frontier guards. Look at that melee armor. 7 melee armor on this camel. The Viper should take this fight handily right now. At least here in the center. But no, Monsieur brings in reinforcements, and that's it. I want to see that again. How did the Viper do so bad? He got frontier guards. Is he really that outnumbered? Yeah, 45 to 33. Look at the H. If you ever wondered why the Saracen 25% HP bonus matters, look at the freaking HP. What is that? 3,300 more HP for the Mysterio's army. See, I thought these 8 camels would F off up here, but Mysterio just brings them in, and now the Viper stands no chance. Yeah, look at the HP. But man, Frontier Guard gotten a little bit too late. That +4 melee armor for their elephants and their camels. Yikes, he got that right at the last second. Mr. Yo takes the series 3-2. Okay, so the Viper goes into the losers bracket, so it's not quite over for him just yet. Might see him in the grand finals. Mysterio is the king of holds. Unfortunately, he didn't really have to hold this game. His base is completely open, and the Viper kept sending in 5 Units, 5 units. I don't know what the hell the point of all that was. Instead, Mr. Yo just built his death ball, and wow, Esteban, hello, hello. Well, that was a fun series. 118 camels to 148. Yikes. 29 Shramshas is pretty cool. 53 Cav Archers. I'm glad Mr. Yo transitioned to camels. Number 1, proved me right. And number 2, camel versus camel is always fun to watch. Banter, welcome to the Knights. Oh, behave. I love Austin Powers. Thank you so much. It's absolutely correct, Gator. The Viper absolutely lacking in the eco upgrade department. Wheelbarrow is all he had. Horse collar is all he had. That is just not great. That is not good at all. Yikes. Economically, not that big of a difference. About 10% bigger economy. Wood and stone to our Saracen. Gold and food going to our Gurjara. 2 conversions to 1, 12 raisings. But let's take a look at the kill count. 257 to the 192. So the Viper actually killed a lot less. So that is about 60 some odd, 65 or so less. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm glad people enjoy. Like I always say, Vil count pretty identical. Pretty identical. The Viper did some good work here to the south, right in the middle of the castle, killed the rest of his camels. University still standing. I love that Monsieur just said, you know what the hell are you going to use this for? I'm just going to destroy all the stables around. And we got to see one massive fight, and then we got to end it on another massive fight. Although, to be fair, the Viper's weak eco meant that Frontier Guards and Kshatriyas came in way too late. Way too late. And that is all she wrote, so bear with me. Let's go back to my face. Hey, Chris. Buonanotte. Now you can see me as I go buonanotte, like a real Italian. I can use my hands. But yeah, bear with me as I set up the next series. Why the hell not? It's only 10:30 of Hera and Liri. And this one should be fun. Let me just make sure we've got the names. Liri is on the Onimaru team now, right? Face reveal, yeah, this is it. Like that, the Madonna Vogue. Am I revealing my age by referencing music videos from the 1980s? Or was that the early 90s? When did Madonna's Vogue come out? I don't want to Google that in the middle of a live stream. Odd question to ask on an Age of Empires live stream. But are we ready? Are we good and ready for the Hera Liri battle? Oh, banter. Definitely not how you imagined me. What did you imagine? Liri and Hera. How do I put this? The microwers extraordinaire of Age of Empires right now. Both with archer civilizations, the Mayans in blue and the Mongols in red. Opening up on Arabia. Okay. Not a bad one for us. Attack path, a few forests. A couple of high ground hills in the center. Llama discovers a couple of his fellow friends. You imagined a Matt Walsh looking fella. Oh, geez. Why? Because of the voice? No, I'm not that serious. I'm wearing a Dunder Mifflin shirt. And the only reason I'm wearing a Dunder Mifflin shirt is because my Coca-Cola shirt has a spaghetti sauce stain on it. And I was going to wear it until my wife said, you can't possibly go on a live stream with tomato sauce on your shirt. And I said, do you know my audience? Do you even know these people? Like, these are my people. Like, they're going to love it. If I watch some live stream and the the creator or the host, whoever, had like pizza stains on their shirt, I would love it. A tartan shirt and a beard. Oh my goodness. That's funny. Well, who do we favor here? The quicker Mongol hunters, the Mayans whose resources last a lot longer, Dunder Mifflin, the people paper person company people purple. What is it? That was such a good episode where he tried to get Daryl to write he thought Daryl was gonna write a rap song for him. Oops, sorry, just banged my phone. Yeah, Cat, you see, I told you, like, I know my people. And I have no shame whatsoever, so I would have definitely worn my Coca-Cola shirt. But to be fair, we'll wash it, and then next live stream, I will be wearing it. Yeah, The Office is way too funny to have one favorite episode. Mongol Scout discovers. Usually it's the Eagle Scout who dies first. Not gonna lie, things usually don't look good for the Eagle Scouts in Age of Empires. They're like the red shirts in Star Trek. Anytime they go down to explore a planet, you know whoever's wearing a red shirt is going to die. Kind of like the same thing with the Eagles. They're just too slow to run away. Ooh, vanilla Coke. The controversy that keeps on giving. Archery range going up for our Mayan with those 10% discounted archers now in the feudal age. Let's see what he decides to pop out there. If he even goes archers and not skirmishers. Probably archers versus the scouts. Although, wait a second. Let's see what comes out of this Mongol archery range. Hayden, it is in the works. I'm actively searching for a 100 to 200 Elo game as we speak. And it will be up and running shortly. Oh, what's this? Hera with a bit of quick Viper style micro. I was going to say the Viper with a wall off, but no, we're watching Hera, who is going full on wall off. I don't even see a gate anywhere here. He is just going full walling in. He does not want to succumb to any kind of fast castle play by our Mongol, which to be fair is fair enough. A cataphract stuffy doll in one hand and an empty vanilla Coke can in the other. You know how like the pharaohs used to be buried with all their wealth and all their gold? He'll want to be buried with a cataphract stuffy and a can of Coke. Although being buried with a can of Coke isn't the end of the world. Thank you, Hayden. I'm glad you enjoy those. I enjoy making them. And what did I tell you? Like 99 times out of 100, they are the first to die. Those poor Eagle Scouts. They're just too slow to run away. By the way, if it's your first time in the live stream, come say hello. We are a friendly bunch. I see 70 people watching, 69 now. Hee hee hee. Drop us a hi, a hello. We had a rug cleaned recently before our move to the new house. My wife is all about rugs, so we've been putting down rugs like nobody's business. And she had an old Persian rug that was cleaned, and when we went to pick it up, it was in one of these like industrial units, and across from it was a Coca-Cola storage, and they opened their like garage door, and there was just a mountain of Coca-Cola, can after can after can, stacked one on top of the other. It was like it was like I'd imagine the feeling people get like 400 years ago when they walked into the Vatican for the first time, and they saw all of these paintings and all of this like huge vaulted ceilings. It was like a holy experience. I was like, oh my God, look at all that coke. And my wife just looked at me and called me an idiot. But I was like, you don't understand. This is like a holy experience. There's at least like 3,000 cans of coke there. Do you know how beautiful that is? And yes, Super Jen, thank you so much for reminding me. Please, if you're watching this, hit that like button. Yeah, Chris, they're not usually long for this world. And it was all regular coke, too. None of that fake diet coke stuff. One villager enough to shoot away the spearman. Chasing him away. Kind of looks like she's catching up, but that can't be possible. Villagers don't move faster than spearmen. Hera's here with his discounted archer units. Does have a spearman meat shield. Ooh, almost got her. She is carrying 6 gold. It is always a double whammy when you lose a villager that's carrying resources. Ooh, a few pallets of coke. Oh, man. Just such a nice red can. So bright. So optimistic. So full of delicious sugar. So, army count's basically identical. Our Mayan does have 7 more villagers than his opponent. Although our Mayan, because he has 7 more villagers than his opponent, is going to only click up to castle right as his opponent, drumroll please, hits castle. A millionaire who would only drink Coca-Cola? That sounds amazing. That sounds like that movie with Macaulay Culkin, Richie Rich, where he had a McDonald's in his house. So Hera just continuing to kind of circle around here. We'll get a second kill with these archers. Has alerted Liri that he is here to the back, but does Liri care? Well, where these skirmishers go? Left, right, up, down? So Liri assumes that Hera, having done the damage, is going to be pivoting north to run away. He spreads him so he can get more line of sight, but Hera, tricky. He hasn't left at all. He's still hiding out here. On this side of the map, Hera also continues to get scout after scout kill, but there we go. Fast castle step lancer rush here, and they're going to discover these archers. And now that they discover these archers, they're going to back away, let the skirmishers get the job done. Nothing better than a hot day and a cold Coke. I remember I went to an all-inclusive resort in Dominican Republic, and I didn't even drink a sip of alcohol. It was just Coke after Coke after Coke. I asked them to install a mini fridge in my room just so I wouldn't have to drink the ice, because they always tell you never drink the local ice. It's made with local water and your stomach isn't really built for that. So I had them put in a mini fridge in my room, and I just stocked it with Coca-Cola. Oh man. And I was like 30 something years old at the time. I was not a child. I was not 8 years old. Hera, super aggressive, but does he have any idea that he is about to get slammed on the north side with some Mongol siege? As they triple assault this one tower on the gold. Just 2 more volleys without repairs, and they should take it down. Hera's not even bothering to repair it. And thus is lamed the primary gold of our Mayan. His secondary and tertiary gold, oh goodness, are out front. This is where the mobility of the Mongols can come and absolutely destroy Hera. I mean, our Mongol definitely has seen that gold, right? Why do you not have scouts there? You know your opponent. Where do you think he's going to get his gold from? There we go. He's going to check the patch to the north, and then he's going to check the patch to the south. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm reading too much into this. Okay, 1-for-1 mango. Villagers are starting to fall. 2 kills by Liri, whose base is getting pressed into, but he does not care at all. His step lancers are on the move. He needs to find where Hera's mining gold, and he needs to find it ASAP. Step Lancer's chasing. Step Lancer should not be chasing underneath a TC against overwhelming numbers of crossbowmen, but you've lamed Hera's ability to train mangonels. Well, at least temporarily. Hera doesn't have the gold for mangonels. Ooh, not exactly Slavic units, are they? He's busted his way in here, though. Has lamed that gold. I mean, why is he going... Why aren't you going after gold? If he kills these villagers, it's GG. Like, instantaneous GG. I used to have a friend who would drink a 2-liter diet Dr. Pepper every time we were in law class together. He would just whip out a 2-liter bottle of Dr. Pepper that he got on sale for 99 cents and just chug it during the entire 3-hour class. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, Supergen, it's the only one you drink? I didn't mean to say it was disgusting. Do you drink the regular or the diet? This is where you have to get creative against Hera, because he will hold this. He will hold this by the skin of his teeth, and he'll show up with his army. And now, like I said, we've got the battle of the microers. Looks like Hera is taking this. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe yes. And there you go. I told you, Hera holds these kinds of pushes all the time. It's like his bread and butter. Whereas if you had just gone with a few Step Lancers here, probably GG. Who's kidding who? I don't think he would have continued the game without any kind of gold income. But now that's it. Liri's push is being repelled by a villager with crossbow support. Has Hera even seen the... No, he doesn't know where the units are coming from. He saw the 2 houses, so he knows there was a villager that built something. His game sense tells him that. Regular Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is amazing. My favorite pop. Really? Okay, so we got a bunch of pepper heads in the house. He does not want to waste his time. He's just going to put up an outpost. Let's see how far it sees. Almost complete. No, not far enough. Not far enough. Bit of a wasted outpost. 3 more houses. And now the Step Lancers show up, but a little bit late to the party. There's already a town center here. And Liri must be kicking himself in the butt for not showing up here with those 5 Step Lancers earlier on and wreaking havoc on the Mayan gold collection. A lot of Liri idle time. Oh yeah, 2.5 minutes to 40 seconds. Fanta is so good. I love grape Fanta. Am I like, is that a popular opinion? Guillerme. Hello, hello. I hope I said your name right. Grape Fanta is amazing, right? It's such a beautifully delicious fake flavor. Ooh, Hera loses his mangonel. So he's going after monks. Mayans are the only Meso Civ that don't get redemption. So he is not thiefing any of these onagers. Our Mongol is doubling down, by the way. You never tried grape Fanta? Highly recommended. There you go. I buy all those special edition ones all the time. My wife calls me a sucker. If it's new, I buy it. High ground saves this one. Mangonel. Hera keeps losing units, but he is holding. He is ahead 20 villagers. And he is gathering stone at a quicker pace than his opponent. So Liri, again, busts in, but didn't do the damage. The critical damage that he needed to. Will he get these 2 vills? He does. I love the 2 random attack rounds. One to the front, one to the back. Or pardon me, not so random. Coordinated, I should say. The exact opposite of random. Oh, orange Fanta is so good too. Get away from my mangonels, say these mangonels who take the high ground and start shelling away at the TC. But the villagers pivot away. Time for us to put our axes and picks away and become farmers. Liri's push just ate up way too many of his resources. He is very far behind economically. He's got to get damage done ASAP, or else Hera's just going to grow and grow and grow. Guillerme, I've had apple Fanta. It is very tasty. Best Fanta is pineapple. I've also had pineapple Fanta. We have a, on Uber Eats, a candy shop that has all of these flavors, and I ordered all of them. Oh yeah, Welch's grape doesn't exist in Canada, not their soda. The battle of the micro. Hera converts a step lancer. Shitty attack round hurts more of his units, but the second attack round gets a good number of crossbowmen. Both players fighting with such tiny little armies. But the longer this goes on, the worse it gets for Liri, even though he doesn't realize it just yet. The scores are not that dissimilar. Camel under the TC dies immediately. What the hell was the point of that? And now Hera pulls the villagers. He loves to do this. He's not scared of it. Loses a whole bunch immediately. Liri's killed 19, but that's it. Another good volley there. Jen, we're seeing a lot of pancakes right now. But there's no more units here to defend these mangonels, and now they're firing at each other. A single step lancer will be able to poke. I mean, Liri's micro defense here is amazing. This is definitely gonna have to be a short, but the step lancer gets converted, and we've got one mangonel left here in this position. Poke. On the other side of the map, more villagers killing more mangonels. Hera's lost 29 villagers. His vill lead is back to just 20 when it should probably be 30. But Liri's out of steam. He's got 71 gold. He's training more mangonels. The second he sees this castle, he's gonna poop his pants, to put it mildly. He has arrived way too late to try to lame this. Well, he's gonna try. Usually, I guess when you see it at 60 some odd percent, you back away, but now we've got ourselves a castle battle. One player wants to lame, one player wants to get it up. More villager kills. I don't think Hera cares that he's losing this many villagers. He's got 77. Only one construction villager remaining, but that's it. No more Mongol units. Okay, get your butt back in here. But now it really is too late. 88, 89. Another mangonel up here killing gold miners, but just one villager is all it takes because there's no support. That is so sour. That is very sour. Orange Fanta was an Italian invention. I thought Fanta itself was German. Cheese Fanta. Well, Liri finally, after a 34 minutes of aggression, decides to plop down a second TC. Hera at the same time decides to plop down a fourth town center as he continues clearing out the rubble in the forward position. I love that he's just continuing to double down on crossbows. I mean, you've got eagles. They can run in here. They can destroy. They have an attack bonus against cavalry. But instead, you are carving up your units into army groups. Hera imp into GG? Probably. Although, to be fair, Liri's in not a bad spot. Okay, he spent a bunch of gold right now on his mangonels. So a pretty bad spot. Pretty bad spot. We'll see how many of these units he can kill. So far, it's his units that are being killed. The crossmen on the left are doing an amazing job. The crossmen in the center an amazing job. Oh my god. Hera's just avoiding mangonel shots after mangonel shots, bringing his monks forward. They still both have full faith, but they can't convert any of these siege units again. Mayans don't get redemption. And in a second, it's Imperial and Liri just lost his entire army. Gator with the call. Hera into Imp into GG. I mean, Liri losing his entire army here was so unnecessary, but Wow. Hera, there was a brief moment when Hera was pushed off his primary gold and ran here, when Liri sent those 5 step lancers over. I thought they were going to go straight line this way and run into the gold miners. Instead, they went north and joined the attack over here, which didn't do anything. It got rid of a couple of buildings. It killed a bunch of crossbowmen. It left the TC up and running. But maybe if he had focused on the gold, Hera would have GG'd a lot earlier. 55 crossbowmen. I love that Hera's second most trained unit is the converted step lancers. That is epic. That is absolutely epic. So he just went full on 20%, now 30% discounted crossbowmen. Peak APM, ridiculous StarCraft levels, 17 in, double that, 34 minutes in his peak APM for Liri, who went full on mangonels. And yeah, look at that, 7,000 difference in economy. 30% bigger economy. 1 relic, 7 conversions, 7 raisings to 4. What's the vill kill count? Hera lost a lot of villagers this game. 43-2. And this is just, it's a testament of how hard you have to fight to take down Hera. You can't just kill 43 villagers to 2. You can't just bust into his base and clear up a siege workshop, multiple crossbowmen and villagers, etc. You have to do everything all at once, constantly putting pressure and constantly discovering where he's getting his resources and laming his economy, because otherwise he's lost 43 villagers, his base was busted into, and he still wins the game. Orange Fanta is from Napoli. Okay. Pizza Fanta are legit. Hera just can't die. Yeah, it certainly seems like that. All right, well, let's move on to game number 2. And again, here I am. And again, I don't know whether to look at this camera or to look at the computer as I load the next game. I'm gonna have to watch more live streaming of other casters to see how they do it. But for now, we're going from this to this. We're on migration. The Koreans, the Persians. Let's see some turtle ships. Let's see, I guess, docks with extra HP. And faster working, I guess. If you're not familiar with this map, everyone starts on a little island, cute as it is, with a few resources, a few patches of gold and stone, but the real riches are to be found on Center Island. Chris, which Italian... There's an Italian city or an Italian province that has 3 of these boots as its flag. I forget which one it is. Is it Rome? It's not Rome. This looks like a boot on the, you know, kicking this way. This looks like a boot kicking this way. I think there's an Italian city or province that has 3 of them. Obviously not 4, because that would look that would be a little bit weird post World War II, but 3, I think. Wakar Hashmi. First time you see my face, and you're still here. Yeah, I finally bought a webcam. I figured, you know, it's time. Not a caster, but a streamer. I look at my second monitor with my cam on first monitor, so slightly offset. You look at your second monitor with my cam on the first, so the camera is facing your face. It's Sicily that has it 3 legs. Okay, that's what I figured. I forget which one it was, but yeah, I thought for some reason Rome, but yeah, it's Sicily. Okay, good to know. So, a dock already up for our Persian, a dock already up for our Korean. And let's see who takes the delicious riches of the New World. Here in the center, a lot of yaks, a lot of relics, a lot of wood, and a lot of, more importantly, gold. Although pretty much as importantly on a water map, wood. Who's kidding who? The wood you have on your home island seems like a good amount, but it really isn't. 2/3 of this is probably just to build your infrastructure, and then the rest you need for ships. Your navy. Cam is centered on my face, but I'm not making cam to eye contact. Okay. Rome still has the Roman eagle. Oh, I give up a good thing, I guess. Wakar, thank you so much. You've been watching since I've had 1,000 subs. Wow. That is a long, long time ago. A long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Thank you so much for sticking around. The Persians do not have any naval bonuses, I don't think, except their docks have twice the amount of HP. 3,600 to 1,800. And like their town, well, I don't know why I went back to the Korean one. And then like their town centers, they do work 5, 10, 15, 20% faster. But aside from that, I don't think they have any kind of naval... I mean, their tech tree is... My God, is their tech tree bonkers. They're just missing shipwright. But look at that. The Koreans, on the other hand, also have an incredible... The only thing they're missing, unfortunately for them, is demo ships, which is bad news bears because their unique unit, the turtle ship, is incredibly susceptible to those demo ships. Would a fast castle be good on this map? I don't see why not. Ooh. Where's Hera going? Are we going to see an aggressive dock? Fast castle means you can get out your unique unit here for the Koreans. The one that I drew, when did I draw the turtle ship? Like 4 months ago? 5 months ago? Double dock. Is he going to land? Is he going to be aggressive? So far, the deer are scattering to the four corners of the wind. All right, let's see what this is for. Galley. The Persians are just insane economically. They're the only civ that has every single freaking eco upgrade in the game. Every single eco upgrade in the game is just... When you combine that with the faster working TC, it is just ridiculous. And not only that, but the 4,800 HP on the TC, which makes it pretty damn hard to take down. I heard something firing. Oh no, it was the villagers firing on the deer. Okay. Why did he... More than 4 months ago. Yikes. Time flies. Why did he choose Persians on this map instead of a more water base? Yeah, true. Can't wait for me to start playing the game. Maybe give the pros a run for their money. Ooh. That would be fun to watch. Here's what I expect is going to happen, okay? When I start playing, hopefully next week. I'm going to suck because I haven't played this game in 2 decades. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to have to find build orders, so I'm probably going to look at Morley games for build orders. But my reaction time is really what's going to be... I don't doubt my game knowledge. I don't doubt my game sense. What really scares me is the physicality of the game. I mean, like, the Viper has an arm brace or a hand brace for his injury. I don't know. I'm 42 years old right now. I don't know that I'm necessarily going to be able to keep up. But, you know, let's see. I don't really care. I have no real pride. So whether I win or lose, I don't really care. Persians do have a solid water game because of their tech tree, but no real unique features aside from the ones we mentioned in the dock. Just do the Art of War campaigns and you'll be set. Okay. Nah, why do any campaigns? I'm just gonna dive right into the Maelstrom. Okay, he's going into War Galley mode. I'm looking forward to it, not gonna lie. Casting games is super fun, especially at these high level games, but playing is just fun as well. I mean, you can only armchair general for so long before you actually want to be the general, you know? Persian's going for those fire ships, cornering Hera's galleys, but Hera's micro is just absolutely ridiculous. This is not supposed to be happening, by the way. These full-on fire ships are not supposed to be dying so easily to basic galleys. But remember, Korean their galleys, their warships, come in at a nice discount as well, much like the wood cost of the rest of their army, their archers and so forth. Oh, pardon me, I think my mouse didn't want to change screens. What's going on with my mouse? Sorry, 1 second, everybody. For some reason my mouse is a little weird here. Yeah, what is this? I don't think it's 50 wood. Like, I don't think it's 50% less wood like their land army. What is it? 25% wood? Cheaper ship costs, which is fantastic. So, Hera continuing to kite. I mean, this is how you're supposed to technically play against fire ships, because when they close, they will destroy you because of their insane pierce armor and super lightning fast attack. So you're supposed to kite them all the live long day, but easier said than done. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do it quite as well as this. Hera is still a minute 40. He's fighting castle age fire ships with basic galleys, with just fletching on them and fighting and winning. Yeah, but this is what happens when they close in. In the meantime, his fishing industry is dying and his forward docks have fallen as well. So a bit of a Pyrrhic victory here. Liri, I'm sure, happy to throw away 2 fire ships to kill a bunch of fishing ships and the entire forward position of the Korean. Oh, thank you so much. My content's more entertaining and funny than the pros. Oh yeah, that's because they're focusing on their gameplay, whereas I focus on the pretty much nonsense. I just have fun watching this game, and I'm glad that it kind of shows through the videos. Jai Kumar, you love seeing the vision. Let's see. Hera. He's got a transport hiding to the north. He's kiting fire ships yet again. Town center and siege workshop on Center Island. And our Persian finally made landfall on Center Island, chasing Hera's navy to the north. Will discover. Did he see the... No, he didn't, because Hera moved it all the way back into the corner. Okay. And let's see, both players are on Center Island. No one is building any kind of long range anything here. Siege workshop idling for now, and there it is. There's our first turtle ship. And let's see it pop out. Oh geez, I'm currently looking for the 100 to 200 Elo games. Once I find them, we will continue. I can't look away. I mean, oh, there it is. Unfortunately, Blast With is okay for this unit, but they are very susceptible to this kind of play. Now, the cool thing about the turtle ship, if I'm not mistaken, it's like the cataphract on the water. It has special armor that eliminates anti-ship bonuses. You know how the cataphract has special armor that eliminates anti-cavalry bonuses, so it has anti-cavalry. I believe the turtle ship has anti-ship, which the fire ships do come with a +3 attack bonus, which doesn't sound like a lot, but look at the attack speed, 0.25 seconds. Another ship falls to the fire. So the Persian Liri, who unfortunately for him is housed at the moment, is taking firm control of the water. This is Hera's entire navy right now, a transport, and not even a Saracen transport. By the way, how cool is the fact that we're going to raise the garrisoning space to 20 on these with the new patch? You don't want to see fire spam. Turtle ship is basically war elephants. Exactly. Well, you didn't want to see water. We are seeing land battles now. And like the game we just saw, it is Mangonel versus Mangonel. I like that both players are completely ignoring the eastern portion of the map. They're just going right for the jugular at one another. Cat, thank you so much for joining. Have a fantastic night. And good luck with the computer build. Hera's besieging this location. Mango pops out. Fantastic time. But Hera's kept a scout here on purpose. But that's what the fire ship and the villager are for. I love that he popped out that Mangonel at the exact perfect time. Every civ had a unique unit or a unique structure. I think they're adding in castle skins, are they not? Oh, Berber's got no changes. Ooh, villager, 4 vills, 4 fishing ships killed for each player. And now Liri, ooh. I mean, it's gonna take a while. This town center does have 4,800 HP. But it will go down, and it looks like he's already pivoting eastwards with another TC on this side of the map. Might not want to call attention to it by having Hera chase your villagers straight into it. Okay. Hera will kill this Mangonel, and then once he's done killing the Mangonel, he's going to keep moving east until he sees this town center, probably. Because Liri very much indicated and signaled to him that he is sending his villagers here, so Hera knows exactly what's up. His TC, if it wasn't Persian, would be firewood by now. But look at this. Persian Navy to the east, Persian Navy in the center, Persian Navy on the left. And is he going to discover? Is he going to discover? He does discover. Hera's last ship is about to burn on the water. But to be fair, he has discovered his opponent's base. And the war wagon does not exactly move very fast. Action on the high seas. What does Red have here? He has another fire ship. Why isn't he sending it forward? So Hera is pretty much stuck on land, but I'm sure he's not too upset about that since he pretty much is dominating on land. He has 7 fewer villagers. The attack has been called off and Hera slips by. Hera slips by. No, he doesn't slip by at all. So this ship will fall. He's clearing up infrastructure and giving Liri a chance to get his numbers up, and Liri's already ahead with 2 town centers to 2. But with that faster producing Persian town center, he is already heading up to the Imperial Age. Man, it's like a feudal age spearman versus spearman battle. This fire ship versus this transport. Hera's doing whatever he can to just keep this ship moving, taking less damage. But now it's going to run into another fire ship unless he keeps moving this way. DC down, siege workshop down. Hera's bringing more villagers, 560 stone. He's just going to buy the other 100 if he needs to. And he is on the warpath. He's going to hit Imperial, place down a castle, get out a treb. And it looks like, of course, after watching and hoping and chasing it for about an hour, I miss the moment when the transport ship got killed. I mean, this is something, right? This is something. Yeah, that update is going to be bonkers. Doot-dee-doot-dee-doot-dee-doo, says Liri as his ship takes a little bit of damage here and there. Just 2 more shots. Not too sure what the hell the point of this is, but it's fun to watch. Converted war wagon dies. The others stick themselves under the TC. They've got so much HP. They don't care about arrow fire. And they've got 5 pierce armor. Liri in desperation mode. We've all been there. Just a few skirmishers trying to micro their way on the high ground, but now a castle is up and 4 becomes 2, becomes, oh, still 2. And now he's building a castle himself, but his villagers are on the wrong side of the castle. They should be to the north. This is way too close to these war wagons. Where are the Korean towers? That is a good question. Literally the only action on the map after 30 minutes of non-stop water play all over the place. Okay, I mean, Hera's losing his war wagons, which is not really supposed to happen here. They are on the high ground, so they are taking a little bit less damage. Will this Korean castle go up? Did he just cancel it? Liri just canceled his... Why did he... Oh, he saw Hera's castle was going to go up ahead of his. Wow, that is super duper sour, and he is literally abandoning ship. As the skirmishers try to get as much damage as they can before they shove themselves into the transport. Bring this fire ship to the south. You got this little bit of green land. Stick your units on there, draw his fire, and use the fire ship. That is incredibly sour. The villager here dead. Does Liri even have any more villagers on this island? Yeah, he does. One building. Oh my goodness, look at how tight. What a squeeze this TC is between a forest, the water, houses, and a university. But I don't think Liri has any more villagers here on Center Island. Hera's just got the numbers. Villager pops out, villager dies. And at the 20% mark, at 960 HP, the villagers have to get the hell out. The yak is following them. Will he fall? Will he get converted? He does get converted. Hera sees everything with his outposts, by the way. And immediately builds a castle. I mean, Hera's all over Liri right now. 124 villagers to 76 villagers and fishing ships. To be fair, our Persian still does have a fishing industry, but now has lost control of Center Island. Will he keep pumping out skirmishers? Yes, out of 4 archery ranges. This is where you can hope, oh, I don't know, get up 15 to 20 skirmishers and go hunting these war wagons, because then you're actually trading out quite well. Do I hear the thudding of a ram or a war elephant? No, it is a ram. Monk pops out, relic pops out, both of them neutralize in the blink of an eye. Hera, will he double down in Castle Age? It certainly seems like that with the wheelbarrow upgrade. He's finally getting his first naval unit in about 1 billion years. Do Persians get cannon galleons? Yes, they do. They get elite cannon galleons. And there are those cannon galleons. Okay, well, the aggressive Korean docks keep getting destroyed bit by bit. The galleons are protected by these fire ships, and to be fair, they do have 13 range, which means they can hit this castle if they wanted to. Fire ship attacking in the minimum range. I love it. Is he gonna go after the castle? You can hit the castle. You don't have to be afraid. This is 10 range. There you go. What's their attack bonus against buildings? Plus 200 bombard cannon level attack. You built a TC, now you're hiding 8 villagers inside. This is when Liri needs transport ships and units to transport into those ships. Oh, Hera. Oh, Hera, be still my heart. Murder holes for his towers, his castles. And he's going up to Imperial as well. Okay, well, the honeymoon is over for Liri. His I'm the only one in Imperial status is over. He might want to pivot these cannon galleons now to start taking out these castles. If you can take out these castles, he does have access to the stone. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, fully armored skirmishers just shove themselves underneath the TC, and they are going for those villagers. 14 vill kills to 37. But in come the war wagons. To be fair, any trade out here is a good trade out for Liri. You're trading super duper trash unit for a gold mangonel or a gold war wagon. Okay, disengage. This is a lot of fires. I'm surprised Hera couldn't wait a few seconds to release them. He released them all at once. And now, can you reach the castle here? You should probably could, right? If this is 12? Yeah. Or pardon me, if this is 10, you should be able to, and that is exactly what's happening. Castle on the left has fallen. Castle on the right has fallen. Trebs can move into position. Is Liri going to make a comeback here? He's down 106 vills to 144, but he has double the army size. Unfortunately, 29 of it's just skirmishers. But skirmishers can't protect. Skirmishers are a good meat shield. And no more turtle ships. What we have is instead for Hera, 15 fire ships. The Koreans do get the fast fire ship upgrade. And that is exactly what we're going to get to see in a few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Boom. They got their wings. So let's see what's going on around the map. Hera is pressing into this one TC. On the left in the center, he is taking out skirmishers, but losing a good number of war wagons to them. That is not a good trade for Hera. 4 war wagons for however many, although it looks like the mangonel did get a juicy shot here. 16 kills. Wow, 0 self kills, which is the best part of that. And on the right, the Persian blockade is about to end. Fantastic splits out of Liri. He's gonna have to do it one more time, or just move along to the side. Not too sure what died there, if it was a ship or a war wagon. Probably a ship. If it was a war wagon, the body would still be there. And look at this. Liri has secured the eastern portion of the island that comes with a relic, gold, etc. Even a yak has been left behind. And at the same time, he's pressing into the center here. Just, I guess, skirmisher is the name of the game. Gotta watch out for a Hera water reboom. Yeah, for now, it's 29. Gonna get shipwright. He's gonna get elite skirmishers to at least try to contest this. But now Liri is just one-shotting these war wagons. Holy moly. And Hera realizes perhaps a bit too late, but here we go. Naval battle. Well, would be a naval battle if Hera stopped. I love that the battle hasn't even begun. Hera's already down 400 HP on his army. I should say navy. And the numbers are just not here for red. He's got the healthier units. Okay. Keeping them occupied while the cannon galleon fires on them. But now it is dead meat as well. That being said, Hera has failed to clear Liri out of the center of the map. Liri is starting to dominate here on land. And I don't mind it at all with this many skirmishers. Add another 20. And then you'll be completely untouchable while the Trebs just wreck everything around you. The Koreans not exactly missing bloodlines, a cavalry civilization. Both players desperately training whatever units they can. Skirmishers, fire ships, bombard cannons, skirmishers. But so much Korean army here. 20% cheaper wood cost. Not that wood is that big of an issue. How much is left here? 86,000. So we're already down to 1/3 of the wood count. But our Korean, with the 50% wood discount, has pumped out so many skirmishers of his own, 32 of them. And he's got bombard cannons, and he just overran the forward portion of our Persian attack. And there you go. Why is no one making melee units? That is a very good question. Liri primarily skirmishers. Just, I feel like this is not a bad thing to have done in this matchup. The one we just saw, unfortunately, just even though there were 114, there were never more than like 20 in one location. Even this is just 12 being kited here and here and here and here and here. But there were never really, it wasn't really a death ball of these skirmishers to protect the Trebs. Because Koreans, again, they're missing bloodlines is really nasty. Their cavalry is subpar, to say the least. And Hera fights back on the water. Hera fights back on land. And how the hell is Liri supposed to respond to this? He's down 20 villagers. He's down 30 army count. When is the Cast of Empires multiplayer gameplay? Ideally, I want to say next week. Oh, Persian Hussar would have been very good. I mean, Korean Hussar is a piece of garbage. Again, they're just missing so many. They're missing bloodlines. They're missing the last attack upgrade, the last armor upgrade. Persian, on the other hand, has pretty much a perfect Hussar. No special features or bonuses, but a perfect Hussar nonetheless. Economically, 14,000 more resources, just under 30% bigger economy for our Korean who takes everything but food. 2 conversions, 23 raisings to 19. That's kind of expected on a hybrid water land map. Gotta know my Elo now. All right, well, Hera takes game number 2. And bear with me as we load the next game. Johnny, are you on Discord? That you're coming at me? Want to know what my Elo is? Probably like a solid 0 at the moment. And we are going into game number 3. And yours truly is starting to get a little tired, not going to lie. But spirit is lifted and boosted by the Age of Empires gameplay. We are on Fractal. If you're not familiar how this map works, you got to bust your way out of this like the pit if you want to get to the water. Or if you want to get to the high ground. The land is very arid. All of the major resources are located all over the place. There's some to the south. There's some all over here. Very hard on the eyes, this reddish map. you're at a big fat 0-0 like I am. Hera playing as the Italians, the cost-cutting civilization. Why do you pick Lithuanians in here? Maybe the faster-moving spearmen and... Oh, look at this. Faster spearmen and skirmishers. Hera is laming 400 food. Somebody wanted to know the attack of the elephant and the wild animals. There it is. 7 attack. And why am I shocked that Hera's trying to pull this? Because not only is it a 7 attack, look at that +3 attack bonus against cavalry. So this is 10 damage to a unit that has 45 HP. But Hera zigzagging, serpentine. You can only be in one Discord? No, you can be in as many Discords as you want. Epic pull there by Hera of that elephant. And now Monsieur is going to be looking around his map going, hey. Liri is going to be looking around his map going, hey, what the hell's going on here? Where is my Oliphant? And this is what players like to do on this map. They like to insert their villagers inside of this area so that they're safe. They can gather wood. Everybody does it on this map. And then they shove their lumber camp right underneath here. I don't know if that's the most efficient way. Not too sure. My Elo is nope. But rush distance between the two players, pretty open, pretty flat. Probably better here for the cavalry of the Lithuanians, the heavy cavalry. Although late game Italian is not bad at all. They do have hussars with pretty much all of the upgrades. Bloodlines, husbandry, blacksmith upgrades. Yeah, their hussars are perfectly serviceable. That being said, we're speaking about hussars. Winged hussars are a little better. Gotta put it, not to put it too lightly, are just better. Liri is stuck at 20. He is going to rush up the feudal. Let's see. Once Saloon completes, 3, 2, 1. Force drops food and goes up off the back of 19 villagers. Hera continuing to train I doubt he's going to go through all 5 of these villagers here on the bottom left of your screen. Probably just going to do 1 or 2 more until he can click up to Feudal Age. But getting the 400 food from your opponent is just, wow. That is a ballsy move, especially with the scout that has that attack bonus against you. And again, I can't imagine Hera's going to train all these villagers, right? He's already ahead 3 vills, but behind going up to Feudal. Which means Liri can just train more villagers once he hits the next stage while Hera's going up. So it all kind of works out, washes out. And there it is. He busted through. I'm going to try to show you one sec. There you go. He busted the path. If you're not familiar with reeds in this game, the reason why he busted in so fast is because reeds have half the wood. They only have 50 wood instead of the usual 100. So it's easier to chop through them, or not easier, but quicker to chop through them. Hera's got 882 food. He is in the Dark Age. He is getting Loom, and I can't imagine a world where right as Loom completes, he does not click up the Feudal Age. He has the requisite resources. Ooh, idle time on his TC for a second. Okay, Scout trying to keep these villagers in place while the militia catch up and attack them from behind. But the militia is super duper weak. Cannot get the mission accomplished, cannot get the job done. And villagers with Loom should be enough to shoo away these 3 weaker militias. Although they are full health. Chronic back pain and brain pain. Oh, man. Yep. Supergen, that Nick Cage subreddit is gonna get real busy now that the Surfer is coming out. If you haven't seen a trailer for that movie, definitely check it out. Both players are now through. Doc's blocking the passageway through the map, so we'll see whether somebody attacks into somebody else, whether or not damage is done. Not too sure they're gonna really fight on the water on a map this tight, but sometimes I've been known to make a wrong call. Johnny, welcome to the Discord. Hera walling himself in, continuing to wall. Liri's gonna see it, circle it for his part. And this is what I was talking about. Now both players are in Feudal and the villager count is identical. So it always somehow seems to work out. You know, one player goes up on 5 extra villagers while the other one, or sorry, one goes on 5 fewer villagers while the other one trains 5 villagers. Then that player goes up while the other player trains 5 villagers. Just a matter, do you want to gather the resources now or in 2 minutes? But at the 2-minute mark, pretty much identical. Hera is looking to rush his way up to Castle Age. He's at 500 food, 200 gold. The wall off is complete. And now the archer is blocking the path here. A good amount of micro from our Lithuanian, and it nets him a Vil kill. Liri getting the first Vil kill of the game. At the same time, oh, look at that. A fire ship preemptively placed here. Hera, for his part, not spending the resources on that just yet. Han, you are a fan of ACCM? Who isn't? ACCM's a fantastic player. Hera knows he's gonna get busted into here. Emergency wall, palisade. Ooh, do you really need this? Did you really need to spend? Oh no, pardon me. Liri is not waiting for Hera's aggression. Liri is himself initiating the aggression. And this is what I was thinking. You don't really need the tower. Did Liri even see the tower going up? Yeah, he did. Okay, so never mind. That tower probably scared him. Leaving it half constructed. You don't really need the stone right now or the wood. So you can leave it half built and cancel it or complete it as you need. Cheese, thank you so much for joining again. I appreciate that for 3.5 hours. And yeah, have a fantastic night. So Red is trying to bust in through the base here. He does have an opening here that he can then use to walk around this little house, I guess, a tiny little area. He prefers instead to try to bust his way in. Not too sure what he's attacking. It's definitely not this palisade. He's going after the house with 750 HP. Hera's galley managed to take down a fire ship, I believe, of his opponents. And this is the only galley that he's got. Hera 30 seconds away from Castle Age. Will hit it. Down 4 or 5 villagers. Can Liri bust his way into here? And if he can, what will he do? Liri on the aggressive, on the water, on the land. Hera off the back of 1 TC. Let's see what he does now. He doesn't have enough stone for another TC. Unless he just cancels this tower already. At 42%, what are you going to get back? 70 stone or something like that? What the hell are these walls? Wall off, sorry. What the hell is this wall? My apologies, my goodness. Dock's still under attack, but there's an emergency dock over here already. He's going to the war galley upgrade. I don't think he can send a villager to repair this, right? Because the dock is blocking this area. So that's gonna fall, and then Liri's units are gonna move in and discover 3 war galleys. Oh, you came in too fast, too far. I'm just in stunned observation here as these feudal age units try to take down the castle age unit. After all that effort, all that time, all that energy spent trying to bust into here, it is a single scorpion that comes forward and says, hold my beer. Okay, dock is down. Galleys for Lithuanian, fire galleys, but fire ships for our Italian, who's also not very bad on the water. And that's it. He's gonna go after that dock once he gets rid of these 2 galleys. Is this the hero scorpion? Yes, it is. 7 kills for this hero scorpion. Ooh, not really walled in is our Lithuanian. And he's still just 2 minutes away from the castle age. That is not great at all. The good news for him, unlike Hera, who couldn't repair the dock over here, it does seem like Liri can repair the dock, and quite safely. I don't think their range here is oh no, never mind. 6 range should be able to kill this villager. Oh, don't move closer. Why did he move closer? He triggered the attack response from the unit. Just stay where you are. Do not move closer. TC going after the stone and the bamboo. Pardon me, not the bamboo, the reeds. 2 villagers brought in now, and this is you've revealed to your opponent that you got villagers here. But that being said, 40 seconds away from Castle Age. I wonder if this dock is going to stay up for 40 seconds. Spearman being shooed away by the hero Scorpion, who has had enough of the parades and the caviar. He just wants to get back into action and kill. Yeah, hero Scorpion definitely deserves it. There's so many shorts that are going to be coming out of this these 2 sets with Mr. Yo and Viper and Hera and Liri. Demo. Good hit. Didn't do too much, but not a terrible hit. Took a bunch of HP off a bunch of units. And this is where the faster working dock of the Persians would have come in handy, researching techs a little bit faster. You were sad about the Viper? The Viper can still make it. Isn't there there's a loser's bracket, right? And the winner of the loser's bracket takes on the winner of the winner's bracket, I think, for the grand final, if I'm not mistaken. That's how it works. Will he get to convert? He does not. Let's see the naval battle here. Oh no, Liri's navy is tiny. It is teeny tiny. And this is what happens to your teeny tiny navy when it's surrounded by the Italian navy. Do any civs get any naval bonuses? Yeah, the Italians. I think their dock technologies are cheaper, and their fishing ships are cheaper. So Hera is paying less for his tech upgrades and less for his fishing ships. Well, you got one shot, mom's spaghetti and all, and you took it. Oh, in the meantime, though, our Lithuanians built yet another dock. And he's going for a forward castle push. Gonna lame a bunch of farmlands here. Liri does not want to lose this series 3-0. And I do not want to miss the action on this dock, which is already at half of its HP. Looks like the villagers took matters into their own hands together with their town center. And here they are. Ooh, good targeting from Liri. And Hera not paying attention. His entire navy just disappeared in the blink of an eye. And he's left with 2 of these war galleys. You want his line of sight? This is Hera's line of sight. Sees his original pocket, sees the castle. How the hell did that happen? That's not supposed to happen. Watch him reconvert. That's supposed to happen, not this. So Hera getting a little bit lucky here. And the Lechai are out. This is our Lithuanians' line of sight. Let's see what this heavy cavalry unit can do. Our Italian has 2 relics. Our Lithuanian, who needs them, has 0. There are 2 more relics. Pardon me. Excuse me, I need a sip of water. In the outer perimeter of the map down here and on the left side. Okay, Hera's secure to the north. Even though it was Liri who pushed in with the dock attack here earlier, he is kind of teetering on the water. That being said, Liri is very much pressing in here. He's down 10 villagers, he's down 5 army count, but his castle is here. And Hera is 30 seconds away from Imperial Age with a castle that's going to train a Treb that's going to attack this castle until it falls, and Liri is nowhere freaking close. Please no GG into Imp. Or pardon me, please no Imp into GG. Let's find out in 4 seconds. The Lechai move forward there. You know there's a castle here. There's not a whole lot that Liri can do to lame this. He's trying to go after the villagers like he did before, but that's it. Doesn't even get the monk. Hera with the sweep. 3-2-0. Wow. Another Imp into GG. These were some fun games here. I wonder if it would have been just better for Liri to leave the water the hell alone. Have your opponent's dock over here. Just build up your defensive navy. Some demos, some whatever. But if it would have been better for him to just leave things well enough alone on the water, maybe he could have focused on getting Lechai out, not at the 26-minute mark of the game, but maybe at the 21 or 22-minute mark of the game. But wow, let's take a look at the numbers here. Ships, and more ships, and then trash and monks. Hera a little bit below his usual APM, 21 minutes in, and then halfway through of that is Liri, who shockingly has a higher APM than Hera. Okay. Resources about 10% apart. Hera started to gather the relics as well. 2 conversions to none, 5 raisings to 2. So not that kind of game. Yet another Imp into GG. And that is it for set number 2. A little bit quicker than set number 1 with the Viper and Mr. Yo. But in any event, Mr. Yo, spoiler alert, moves on. Hera moves on. Liri and the Viper get relegated to the losers side of the map. And to be fair, they can still win the grand finals. They just have to work their way, claw their way back up. Mr. Caster, can you beat Hera one day? I'll be able to beat Hera if he plays with his feet. That's the only way I'll be able to beat him. and everyone, Super Gen, thank you so much for the reminder. Hit that like button. The stream is over for tonight, but I'm hoping to be back more and more frequently, more and more regularly. And let's just do this menu as I bid everyone adieu. Thank you so much for joining. and I hope it wasn't too boring. About 4 hours. Okay. 4 hours off of a small little bottle of water. Okay. I'm gonna have to learn to get more, but hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully the quality of the camera is not too terrible. Hopefully you like my silly shirts, and hopefully, more importantly, you like the casting in the games. Other than that, I thank you all for watching. I thank everyone who gave a super chat, everyone who gave subs. You guys were amazing, and thanks to my mods, to Super Jen and Kat, and everyone else who joined and participated or even lurked in the background. So for now, we're gonna say good luck, have fun, take care, and I'll see everyone in the next live stream. Bye.